body. It's been legit a month, I think, right?
Yep.
It's been a month.
It's been too long.
It's been way too long. Welcome back to our session 20 of our Endeavors in Eberron campaign milestone. Woo!
Woo.
Yeah. now you have to pay a subscription to play the game, like World of Warcraft.
Yep.
Sorry, that was really bad. Anyway, we have a list of announcements. We have a lot today because it's been a while. Zap, we're sponsored.
Charisma 20 Body Care. We've got your D&D body care needs, class-themed soaps, lotions, spell-themed bath bombs. Come check us out. Use code INREBERON for 15% off. Back to you, Mackenzie.
Yay! Next on our list, we have our socials, of course, at Heretical Heroes on practically everything you can find. If you search us on Spotify under that, you'll actually find that this campaign is caught up to episode 10 now.
Oh yeah.
I uploaded them all at once and scheduled them like an adult. So they go live every other day and up until we actually catch up to whatever episode we're on. So Spotify's updated. That was so great. Join our Discord, ! Discord. We actually have a Valheim server up and running that this guy is heading the revolution of Vikings and stuff.
I like Vikings.
But yeah, check that out on our Discord, ! Discord. Next, a lot of us have shop things to talk about, starting with Tedward.
Oh, hi. I just relaunched my new shop, Sage Craft Designs on Etsy. It's got all sorts of fancy as fuck jewelry, all the jewelry everybody sees me wearing all the time I make. I've got rings with silver, ebony, opal. I've got all different types of shit. Go check it out, Sage Craft Designs. Thanks. Made that up on the spot. Improv, bitches.
Golf clap. Michelle.
Oh, jeez. I have a mini painting service. We don't have a shop yet, but we're on Instagram and Twitter at Higsby's Hand. Higsby's hand-painted models and miniatures.
I'm having her paint stuff for
So
me.
you can find it.
I'm one of her
But
clients.
she's very talented. And
Yeah.
you should definitely check it out.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mackenzie.
Jesus. Next is me. Hey guys. I have my new store, Pixis Arcana, is having our grand opening on Sunday at noon EST, and I have some vaults to show you guys. I don't know if this is gonna work from here, so I might have to go there. We'll see what happens. But first, we have my celestial design. Hold on. Down. Thank
Warmer.
you.
Thank you, Vanna.
So,
Back. Yeah, there you go.
our wonderful Vanna. That's my celestial design. It's got stars and astrology symbols and stuff, so you can find 4 different wood types of that. The next one we have is the Necromancer, which is one of my personal favorites.
I love that design.
Yes.
Ted has that design as well for leather stuff, right? You're making a book with it?
Yeah, I was thinking about turning it into an emblem on a book, and personally, I want to get it tattooed. I'm just saying.
And the third design is the Arcanist, and that's black poison wood. It looks amazing.
Nice.
But yeah, those are just some examples. I have plenty more on my shop, pixisarcana.shop. That is PYXISARCANA.shop. I can spell. Check it out. Sunday, 12 p.m. EST. In the Nick.
Shit, right. Brain.
So what do you do, Nick?
Bounty board.
I do the audio. I run a DM resource called the Bounty Board. I just kind of converted everything over to a website, so thebountyboard.net is live right now.
Fuck yeah.
We're switching, so it's going to be a few encounters a month instead of once a week. And there will be some live at the end of this week. You can go there right now and check out what's on there. Bountyboard.net, or thebountyboard.net. Thebountyboard.net.
Yay!
Sounds badass.
We're all, look at us. You got Charisma 20.
We're professionals.
Entrepreneurs. Resident streamer here. You're doing
I don't
good
have
work.
anything.
You have
You
us.
have
That's an
Got the
entrepreneurial
stream, yo.
venture.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
What can we say to make you feel better?
Anyway, so that's all of our announcements that I think we can get to our now starting session of our Eberron campaign. Okay, let's go, Zach.
So, we last left our heroes. They were hanging out in the lovely town of Hope that has been becoming a little bit more bustling and grown up a bit in the little bit they were gone, to include a strange several-day trip out of very far out of town. The group found out that there were going to be some open political positions: magistrate, mayor, and sheriff. Naadía latched very quickly onto the thought of being mayor, and throughout the course of the day made an alliance with good old Mercutio, who was shooting for magistrate.
I'm their campaign manager.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anybody else that could be.
No, there isn't.
Astor took another trip into Creepy Dream Tower. Had not maybe as much fun as she was hoping to have while in there. Waking up to end up snuggling with Naadía. Naadía, after having some discussions with Valarn, has determined that it is time to come of age in the ways of her people. So in 2 days' time, she'll be having her coming of age festival.
Might bring our quinceañera, everyone.
What will I wear?
And we come back the morning after Astor had her terrible dream. Ish thing.
I was gonna write something in chat, but I can't now.
Sorry.
It's fine.
So you wake up the next day. It's kind of normal, early, mid-spring day. A little bit cool in the morning, but everything's bright and sunny already, and we're gonna like a nice, like it's gonna be a good day.
Just crack your chest.
Did your heart try and get out?
Oh, it felt real good though. I was trying to stretch, and then that
Jealous.
happened.
It was a little startling.
Sorry.
Little cernemony.
ASMR.
That was a little bit forced. Sorry.
Anyway.
So yeah, you've got probably some preparations to be made. Some people that were working on projects. Whereas we'll go around and kind of see what everybody's planning to do for the day.
Well, first off, morning, Naadía.
Morning, Astor.
Sorry for encroaching on your bed space.
No, that's fine. My only request is next time maybe we push them together.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at my arm. Okay.
Do you need a watch?
Do watches exist?
Yeah.
No.
They were kind of pricey.
I'm good. I could probably make one myself if I needed it. No, I just had a weird dream last night. That's all.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk about it, I have ears.
I had a really weird shadow tattoo thing on my arm,
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible dream.
and Ballista was there,
Okay.
but it was like an actual sentient conversation, which makes me feel like it wasn't a dream, it was actually like a real thing. But it was the place I dreamt about before with like the books,
Yeah.
and professional.
On the TOS.
Whoops. I have no ass.
I don't know, she was herself, and I saw some like ghosts that just couldn't leave, and she insinuated that they were my paws, the victims. So yeah, all in all, it was terrible, and I hated it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a dream, exactly.
Did she? I asked her about the tower, right? I had said like, what is this place?
I think she gave you kind of vague answers.
Super vague, of course. Super helpful.
Unless you are typically a very vivid dreamer.
No, if I do have vivid dreams, it's about like the orchard and Oswin and stuff. But I don't know. It was weird. The shadow thing threw me off, and I could have read one of the books, but I decided to explore instead, and that was just a bad idea. But I still want to go back.
Maybe don't.
I mean, but the books are kind of... I want to know what they are.
That doesn't really sound like a great reason. No offense, but I met Felista. She was a dick.
Yeah.
If she's like actually wrapped up in all of this sounds, frankly, it sounds dangerous.
I mean, I kind of don't have a choice anymore, do I? So it really doesn't matter one way or the other.
Do you want to have a choice?
I mean, yeah, but I choose to keep my family safe from her.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, then we research.
okay. That's a good idea. Okay.
So what are you two gonna get up to today?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Probably a quick breakfast and then go immediately to Hydra's.
Okay. You two wake up. It's a nice spring day. Birds are chirping.
I think I would have gotten up early and gone to see Mr. Concord.
Okay.
Like as soon as I'm confident he's awake.
You'd be up there? Okay. You're pretty much up with the sunrise too, right? Okay. So you'd probably be getting up about the same time. And
Although he did have that at night.
Yeah.
You have been drinking a bit.
I thought you
Wouldn't
gave
have been
him
the first time.
herbs though, right?
That's fair.
I did have the herbs too.
They helped the hangover, but still
Give
to sleep
me
off the
a
alcohol.
D4 roll.
You know, I usually get a choice whether or not I get to wait, like sleep more or not, no matter what. 3.
3? Okay. You're able to sneak out just before he gets up. You wake up probably about 40 minutes later than you normally do, but not too bad. Mouth's a little bit dry, kinda. You know that taste. It's what rum tastes like when it dries in your mouth.
Good. Well, I take the herbs and water because I know they're there.
Yep.
And then I will go get greasy breakfast.
Okay. So you head over to the church. Open the door. Kinda come in. He's standing there. I wasn't sure if you were gonna actually show up.
Why would I not show up?
Seems a little bit off ball, Rick.
I mean,
Fair. Come on, let's walk. We'll get want to get a little bit outside of town for the first day. Just kind of assess where things are.
okay.
Come on. He picks up 2 decent-sized swords and scabbards and just kind of hooks them on his back and just heads on out. He's not wearing, but he's wearing like breeches and like just a breastplate.
Okay.
So. Yes. All right. So you guys you're gonna make your way, start heading out towards where the lake is. Probably the last to wake up Gideon.
If I remember correctly, wasn't I like still out, like kind of near the edge of the woods?
You were out the other way, yes.
Me and the Goliath went out and got up to a little
you probably would have
shenanigans.
woken up a bit, probably earlier than you normally do, because the sun would have come up and it would have just been like,
It would have been a little rough.
yeah.
Plus, this is the equivalent of sneaking out of bed. I'd be out of there fairly early. Does anyone remember what his name was?
Rock.
Rock? Was it? Okay, that's what I thought.
Like the bird.
Right. Oh yeah. Thanks.
Rock
I'm bad with
bird.
names. All right. Is he asleep?
Snoring pretty heavily.
Shit. There's really nothing I can do here. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a stick and just like carve "See ya" in the dirt next to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
Is it going to be see ya or see you?
See you.
CUL8 or
It's not the letter C and then
The
YA.
words "see you" is so much worse.
Yeah. All right. You're right.
I really hope you write that and then like unceremoniously toss the stick and it lands in the perfect eye position.
Exclamation point.
I see you.
I'm gonna do "See you" and then like a little heart.
Okay.
Because I had fun. He was fun. And we spent a lot of time sitting up there in the woods getting to know each other. So
Okay.
I'm still mildly interested. I am gonna then head back to the tavern. Is it earlier enough that they're not in there yet?
You probably would catch, because you're going to be coming back through like the Dragon Shard fields, you would probably catch a glimpse of Balrek and Sir Concord heading up through like the trail that heads up towards the lake.
I'm gonna sidle around them and not sneaking, but not necessarily trying to be seen. I don't want to get
Oh,
involved.
okay, so you don't want them to see you. Okay.
No, Balrog wouldn't be happy that I'm there. I'll say the wrong thing. I'm too tired to handle it. So I just want to go back to the tavern and have a little hair of the dog.
Okay. You're easily able to avoid them enough that they're not really going to notice. You had kind of the more advantageous position. You're going to kind of go down the back of a hill and kind of cut off that way.
Doing my walk of shame. Do we know when elections happen?
They're going to happen the day after the festival, so like 5 days from now.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go back get some breakfast.
Okay.
I literally wrote rock-big bird in my journal.
He definitely was a big bird.
Oh God, now I'm imagining like Big Bird, but as a rock.
Dwayne the Rock Big Bird?
Oh my God. We need to reboot Sesame Street.
Sesame Street but dangerous.
So, you all get down. All of you going down for breakfast. Make your way down. Probably get settled. I'm assuming. Well, you're getting greasy. You just eat everything.
And morning ale.
And morning ale.
Breakfast ale.
And probably right after you give your orders and Rondus makes his way away, you see Gideon kind of make his way into the front door of the inn.
2 breakfast ales.
2 breakfast ales.
Thank you. I desperately need one of those. A little
They're
try.
both for me. No, here you go.
You almost had me there. And I'm gonna hold up the glass for like a cheers. Clink.
I'm gonna reach between them for my plate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spill that on you.
Fine.
Adds to the aesthetic.
How's everyone's nights? How are you doing?
Fine.
You look great.
Thank you.
That's it? You were not really that hungover?
Well, between Balric, herbs, and having done this a few times.
You know, one day we have to sit down, and I want to write out your entire life story. I'm sure it's fascinating. It would be very interesting.
Like a biography?
Certainly.
Is it gonna be self-published though?
I know people.
Alright.
I mean, I could also write a biography, and we can have battling biographies. That way, when scholars years from now research you, they'll be very confused.
We say it's a trilogy, but we only release 2 books.
I don't think
The
I
first
need
and
your
the
help
third.
for that,
Exactly.
but why not?
Yep. Okay.
It's already pretty confusing.
Fair enough. So I saw Bulric this morning off with Sir Concord. Off to go do some shenanigans.
Okay. That's weird.
Right.
Not sure what, but town gossips, you know.
I mean, maybe they're collecting herbs for tinctures for the church. I don't know.
Maybe,
I thought about
he's
following
learning-
them, but it seemed like a lot of work. So I didn't.
What's the church
Good
that
job.
that's here? Is it
Silver
Silver
Flame.
Silver Flame.
Maybe he's learning the ways of the Silver Flame.
He never seemed particularly religious to me.
I mean, that would be weird, considering the whole thing we just went through.
Right. Devils
Right?
and demons
You're right.
and
I forgot about
monsters.
that.
Bigger than
It feels like it
getting
was at
magical
least a month ago.
tattoos and growing thorns from your body.
Yeah.
It's a sliding scale of weird.
I mean, I feel like it would get even weirder if there were 2 battling over Balric.
I'm now into this.
His current and then the new.
That'll be the second book.
Sure. His current's not that great. Not the nicest guy.
I'm gonna spend my breakfast of, popping a grape, looking at my arm, taking a chunk out of apple, looking at my arm.
It's not
So-
going to show up.
Aster's looking at her arm a lot.
Why?
Why the thing?
No preamble there, huh? Just why? Why not?
Yeah, does that seem weird for me?
Not even remotely.
Yeah.
It's on brand.
Pretty in character.
I had a thing like you did in my dream last night.
Thing like I did.
A
I
harpoon?
had a shadow tattoo all on my arm.
Oh.
In her dream.
I have tattoos and shadows I don't know about. Anyway.
Well, then it was a lot cooler than yours, Maul.
I'm only mildly concerned that you said dream.
I went,
So how real was it? Could you taste the smell in the airs? I don't know. Was it real? Did you have to pee and pee in the dream?
could I taste the smell in the air?
Yes, it was a kind of cool, damp place. It smelled of books. Like when you think about it, you can smell like the age. Yeah, like that, like real aged books too. Like
Old.
That is a drug.
What?
Oh, old
Old
books. Fucking love that smell.
I think it was less of a dream and more of a place.
Is this where you read?
Are you sleepwalking, maybe?
Yeah, I didn't get to read last night though, because Ballista was there.
Okay, well, maybe you shouldn't be going back there.
Oh.
I super can't control that, Gideon.
Have you just not tried really hard?
Sorry, Sam, I just dropped my phone, it's fine. Tried really hard not to.
Yeah, just go to bed thinking, I'm not going to go there. Instead, I'm going to go to a field of flowers.
Because being determined to not think about something automatically makes it so you don't think about
Works
it.
for me. I'm not thinking about anything most of the time.
It sounds like you're repressing something.
Clearly. But I'm going to continue to repress it and worry about other things, including, I think we should go campaigning today.
That is smart, yeah.
We need to go to all the houses and talk to the citizens. And maybe bribe a few.
Yeah. I need to go yell at the man.
Oh, who do you have to yell at? What did I miss?
Yeah, Leander. I gotta yell at Leander.
I'm gonna go over to Hadra, so
Do you-
I'll catch y'all later.
Alright, well, have
Okay.
fun.
Thanks, I will.
Tell Hadra we all said hi. Naadía,
Good luck campaign in Jesus.
what did I miss with Leander?
A whole bunch of stuff, and Baldric isn't fucking here again. Okay.
While walking, you suddenly feel a little bit bad.
No, not with that attitude.
No, it's just if I don't want to keep explaining, but you know.
No, that's okay.
You know my deal.
Look, if you don't even want to explain it all now, I can still come along for the ride and just pretend to support you at the same time.
Well, that works. Well,
Do I need to be mad at him or like
no,
betrayed?
No.
What's my motivation?
No, there's no motivation. There is none. It's just there.
Okay, apathy. Got it.
Sure. I mean, interest.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. No. Oh.
Pathetic interest.
By the way, I have a coming of age ceremony in 2 days, and you're invited.
2 days.
Yeah.
That's no time to plan a party. Who's throwing it? Okay, congratulations.
Oh no. I should have just surprised you later.
Well, no, I need to know because I need to know what to put on. I need to go shopping.
We'll talk to Leander about that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I've got quite the headache, so I'm just gonna kind of nurse it over here.
Okay.
When you're done with breakfast, we'll go.
Okay.
Buckle up, folks.
We're all playing together.
So,
I haven't been Gideon in so long.
you and Sir Concord get up to a spot up by the lake. There's no,
I'm sorry, that was so nice.
You,
Sir Corolla.
you get out to a nice open spot, and he's like, "All right, well, you gonna use the stick, or what?"
Not?
That's up to you. And he pulls out the two swords. It's like, all right. So,
Are you gonna use both of those?
one down. Show me what you got. Give me 3d20 rolls for the three things that you want to do. We're just going to do like a kind of...
Alright, I'm gonna... Cash Shillelagh.
Okay.
Is that one of the things? Or...
No, he'll let you do that before you're...
I want to try to attack him. Then I want to try to grapple him. And then I want to try to let him attack, avoid an attack, and trip him.
Okay.
So just 3d20 rolls?
Yep.
Hold on. I have a very important question. Which one should I use?
Give him the left.
Big one.
They're all big ones.
Ooh.
The other big one.
This one?
I'm
Yes.
listening.
This one?
No, the other one. Go back. Go back.
So, whatever you use for the shillelagh for the attack, do your athletics for the grapple, and then you can do wisdom for the attack, and then the try to trip.
Wisdom for the attack.
Yeah, you can add your proficiency to that as well.
Okay.
Okay, so spellcast.
And be a 22 for the shillelagh attack.
Okay.
Be a 8 for the athletics.
Fabulous.
And then 19 for the dodge trip.
Okay. So he kind of limbers up and kind of gets ready and waits for you, and you come in and you get underneath his guard and you get a good solid whack on him, and he staggers there, and you immediately move in for the grapple, and he just smacks your hands down away from you and steps back, and then comes in to swing, and you think you're past him, and he just steps around as you kind of duck underneath and just comes around the flat of his blade, and there's a quick little flash of light, and he sends you just sprawling about 4 feet away and just clocks you in the back. You just kind of roll, and no real damage, but it hurts.
Gonna grumble a little bit and just...
You probably smell the slightest tinge of probably a little bit of burnt hair.
Okay,
All right, well, now that we kind of have a baseline, we kind of know where to start.
what's the baseline that I'm bad at this?
You hit me with the first one.
Sure.
One out of 3. I mean, I've dealt with worse.
Okay.
You should have seen Book when he tried to teach him how to fight.
Book's not a good fighter?
It's better now, but it was all, you know, all technical, but, you know, no hands-on.
So should... I don't know where to go from here.
Well, you want to learn how to fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's start with that. And while we do that, we'll talk. Figure out what's going on.
Should I try that now? Pointing at the sword.
Do you want to use a sword? I mean, do you have something else that you'd like to use?
Reach down and grab one of my mom's axes. Yeah. These are pretty gnarly though. I don't know how to not hurt you if I hit you.
Oh. Let's worry about if you hit me.
Okay.
And
just say, "Come
he'll
at me,
spend
bro."
the morning with you, just kind of showing you the basics of using an axe as a melee weapon. It's gonna be give me a Constitution saving throw.
That'd be a 10.
10. Okay. It's gonna be it's a workout for you today. So, Aster, you headed out to Hadras, and you're just gonna get to work on working on the gun.
The gun, I think I was still working on, Hadra was working on the axe head that Maul had given to turn into daggers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd be working on the gun stock and the quarter staff
Starting to work on it.
and just go from there.
Okay.
We
The 3 of you guys were all hanging out together, right?
I just want to clarify one thing. There was the one dagger we had that was gonna get like fixed up,
Yeah.
and then the axe head was gonna be a dagger and maybe a harpoon head.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes, I can understand the definite need for clarification there.
I will help with all of those things if she'll let me.
Okay.
On top of the things I specified.
Man, you're really just kind of putting her to work.
She offered. I don't know.
Give him an inch. So the 3 of you are heading off to campaign?
I'm just here.
You're
You
just there?
guys just started talking. I'm like.
Okay, well, so is there somewhere in town to get just like some parchment and inks?
Probably Mercutio's.
Okay, I would want to head there. My plan is to get some of that and then like whip up 50 kind of fairly basic flyers, just like Naadía for mayor.
Okay.
A vote for her is a vote for Hope or something like that.
Yes. Okay.
And then, I don't know, go from there.
Okay. Are you gonna traipse along Maul, or do you have something you want to do for the day?
I pretty much have to wait for Hadra to do and Aster to do the thing, so I got really nothing to do.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just.
He wants me to do everything in my name a second. Wow.
You're not doing everything. You're helping the master blacksmith do things.
I'm learning so I can be independent.
I included you, alright?
You got a shout out.
Wow.
You got a participation trophy that you had to forge yourself.
Guess
Oh
I'll
my
just
God.
fucking do it for exposure then.
Why am I getting this right now?
I don't know.
We're all sassy tonight. It's
Yeah.
fine.
This is a spicy session.
It's
It is-
fun.
It is very spicy.
So,
I'll just tag along until they notice, because they've been talking about campaign stuff, and I'm just here.
You're running for sheriff, right? You told that guy last night.
You did, I heard
The
you.
guy who offered me free drinks
Yeah.
for a reason.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Are you not holding up to your campaign promises already? A corrupt sheriff? At least he's in our pocket.
I mean, you told him he was totally fine for briberies.
Okay.
Well, we know you. It's all about connections.
You don't have a pocket that can hold me.
You know, that was the sexiest thing that anyone's ever said to me.
It's not just a sleeping bag.
Hammock works too.
Yeah.
So they're starting to build what looks to be some sort of fenced-off area near the center of town, up by the well. There's also a board that's set up. There's a few people around. It kind of looks like they're writing their names on stuff. So people seem excited.
Check that out.
Yeah, can we see what they're writing?
It's sign-ups for the fighting pit for the festival.
Oh,
There's also a talent show. But
talent show.
That's me right there.
it's all sorts of like weird stuff. Can like swallow a stone and make it come out his nose. Juggles knives.
I did that
Can
once.
break rocks with his head.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's nothing like nothing very showy. More just a lot of like brute force and weirdness.
What to do for that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the sign-up sheets for the fighting, and who's over there? How many people? What's happening?
It looks to be a bunch of miners, just kind of all like, kick your ass. Yeah, sure you are.
Oh, friends.
Spinny little spaghetti
Fellows.
arms.
Who that underage citizen?
I just immediately realized.
Dragon Shark miners, who are all of proper union age.
7.
9.5.
Friends, what's the fighting pit like? What happens there besides a good punch and a kick?
Cage stuff.
You've got depending if we have enough people, there'll be some 4-on-4 matches at the beginning,
Interesting.
and then it goes to single elimination, winner takes all.
Is magic allowed? If I fight with magic, can I?
I guess.
Do we have to just hit people? Or
No,
can
you
we...
can use magic.
Oh.
I mean, it's not a real big thing, so you better be careful because while you're all doing that mumbo jumbo, I'm gonna box your ears and break your knee.
Right, good to know. Good to know that's how you fight. I will be
This guy's got,
prepared to protect
he's
my
only
sleeves.
he's just like all like grizzled, missing some of his teeth, like a scar that like runs like the whole like. You can see that it goes down beneath his shoulder.
And what's the grand prize?
Well, it's 25 gold to enter, and then the fancy lady that came into town is gonna match that.
So you just get 25 gold, or do you get the whole pot?
You get the whole pot.
Oh, so Maul, what are you up to? I'll pay.
I'll fight with you.
Sponsoring me?
Sure.
I wasn't totally listening. I heard fighting, and I was like, okay, I know what that is.
Okay.
I
Oh.
don't
Here's
know
how it
what
works.
the rules.
I pay 25 gold. You kick ass.
Uh-huh.
And when we win, I get 30%.
I'm doing all the fighting.
I'll fight
Yeah,
with you.
but I signed you up.
I have money.
So,
I can sign myself up.
I'm gonna like slowly be walking towards the sign-up sheet, but I'm already doing it. 25 gold.
Do you want to fight alone?
She'll fight with you.
I'll fight with you.
Is your teams? I actually wasn't.
No, it's one on. It's if they have enough people to do like they'll do like a 4-man free for all. A couple of those to thin out the field, and then it goes to one-on-one bouts,
Okay, so
single
it's
elimination.
only singular, no team whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, in that small match, you could realistically, I guess, team up and then just beat the shit out of the other person.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna fight. I don't understand why you get 30%.
Well, I'll make you look badass, and I will cheer you on from the crowds and inspire your performance. And everyone needs an agent. Everybody needs a manager, campaign or otherwise.
Wait, you sound like someone whose ass I'd kick.
But I'm paying you to go kick their asses, so do to them. Get out. Picture me when you're kicking their ass. But don't actually kick my ass.
You hear the clunking.
All right, 20%.
We'll talk about the number after we're done.
Either way, I'm paying.
Of
It's
a
entertaining.
Warforged come up and Fencer just kind of looms over and, excuse me, and just kind of very
Oh
simply
shit.
writes his name on there.
It's a dot
And
matrix
he's like-
printer.
Just kind of looks you up and down, just gives you a nod, and then walks away.
Doesn't that make you want to fight more?
I'm fighting.
Clearly the sale worked. Either way, I paid for it, but
You want to be my manager?
what's he look like?
Just like noodly little guy.
He's
You know-
already my manager.
Exactly.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
all booked up. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Perhaps if you win some matches and kick some ass, we can talk then. I can always free up my books then.
Down.
Me?
And he walks away.
I guess I actually have to fight now. Just to kick
Are
that
you-
one guy's ass.
Sure you want to do that?
No, I don't.
I've seen you throw a punch. You look like you're waving.
No, didn't somebody say you could use magic?
And we can use knives and shit, right?
I suppose.
Can you use
On it in there, it says all injuries to be repaired
Yeah, there
by
was supposed to be-
on-site Jurassico physicians.
There was hired healers. You can use whatever you want. Just so
Well,
we're
you
aware.
know what? Win or lose, we can use this for your campaign.
That's true. That's true.
We can just talk about if you lose, how you
That's it.
fight to the end, and you will do that for Hope. If you win, they can see what powerful creature you are. Eventually, you'll win them over either way.
Yeah. Fuck it. I signed my name, Future Mayor of Hope. Dash Naadía.
Nadia.
Mayor presumptive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Respect.
And I'm assuming you're signing
I
up, Maul.
hope to see you in there.
Yeah. Punch me as hard as you want.
That was not in question.
Cool.
I guess I'll cross out where Gideon wrote it in and write it in myself.
Like,
Ooh.
it's in the first one. It's like almost calligraphy, and then yours is just Maul.
Maul's a font.
yeah, basically,
It
it's
is
just
now.
Times
lines.
New Mall.
Yeah,
Oh
Censor.
man.
yeah. It's basically Arial.
I'm gonna go sign up for the talent show.
Okay.
Oh, but no. I also signed up for the talent show.
What are you putting for talents?
Can you do performances together, or is it just like singular show?
There's like a barbershop quartet that's part of it.
Do you want to sign up together and do a magic show?
Oh.
I can make myself disappear.
Sure.
You can make yourself change.
Sure.
We can create lights and
Sure.
prestidigitation.
Oh, someone walks into a box and someone else comes out of the box.
Exactly.
Ooh. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, magic performance. Nothing's a show in my book.
Can I put my name on the talent show list and next to my name write C Fighting Arena?
You 100% can.
Beautiful. What's it cost to sign up for that?
That does actually have a sign-up fee.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh, I'm gonna get beat up so bad, guys.
You get what?
I'm gonna get beat up so
Oh,
bad.
Is the fight before or after the talent show?
Ah,
You want my
yeah,
gun?
that's very important.
It looks like the fighting ring's going to go on for a bit throughout the festival, and the talent show is on the second day.
We'll make it work.
You should have
Okay.
done that secretly. Just hand Naadía your guns. It's like, alright, Naadía, let's do this. You're like,
You pull out the other gun.
Stick 'em
Two
up.
people not knowing how to use guns shooting in an arena. That sounds like a great idea.
I've seen them.
I saw a gun once. It was this big.
Man.
Okay.
Well, after that, we're off to Mercutio's, I think.
What can I do for everybody today?
Well, that was quick.
I'm very light on my feet. I need 50 sheets of parchment and ink.
Well, there's something exciting today.
Well, first off, I need that. And second, do you design clothing?
And he goes behind the counter and he pulls out a book that's like this thick and just a few of my designs.
Oh, perfect. I need a look for both a talent show
It's
we're
in
performing
the
in
book.
and for the election.
Don't.
So, for something custom,
Is it James?
in my style.
How do you feel about pinstripe?
No, not pinstripe. Iridescence, shimmer.
I could do
Colours.
I could do iridescent pinstripes.
You know what? Actually, fuck it. I think that would look fantastic for the talent show.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do that. I want long tails. Gotta have them.
I ask for Act 2 Alexander Hamilton costume
Okay.
in black and dark blues, but with those white stockings.
Who's Alexander Hamilton?
He's an orc. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you do?
Okay. When do
No.
you need them?
Well, the talent show is the second day of the festival, so before the talent show. And what, 5-6 days from now for the mayoral elections? What does something like this run us? And remember how much you adore us.
Those flags that you're making.
Yes.
You make me some?
I suppose I can.
Hold on, another stack of paper. Like, $250.
For everything?
Yeah.
But my handwriting is so good. So good.
I whip out my sketchbook and I show him a bunch of really creepy but nice drawings.
And she's so autistic. Perhaps
Only because
175.
she is obviously very, very disturbed. 225.
225 it is.
Our mayor, everyone.
You probably should not show those to anybody ever
See,
again.
I usually get that discount.
I mean,
I don't.
if it keeps people from reading my book,
Is he inside out twice?
yes.
Wait, what?
I just head snap close.
Alright.
Well, I'll pay 150 of it if you want to pay the other 75. That's math, right?
Yeah, we could do that. Negative these.
I am your
Half
campaign
now,
manager.
half on delivery.
All right. Well, out of game, Ted's gonna just subtract it now, so I don't forget.
Oh, that's fair.
Same.
Okay.
I don't
I'll
know.
let you pay him up front if you want to.
Then I'm paying up front because you're on future magistrate.
You need anything else? You need anything, Maul? It's like, he's rifles through, he's like, and he pulls out like a little star. Like, you know.
How much is it?
Scar?
Sheriff Star.
That's sheriff.
How much is it? How much is it?
2 gold.
1 gold. Here.
What am I gonna do with that?
You pin it on your lapel.
And think, if
I'm
ever
not
you're doing
gonna
your...
be sheriff.
But if you are, and you're doing your sheriff duties, and somebody gets out of line, you can throw it like a star. Like a ninja star.
What do you know about ninjas?
Not much. But I'm sure you know more.
I kind of have a few knives.
Yeah, but think of how cool that would look. You're under arrest. Whoosh, and then in the throat.
Also for future missions that we do, now you have a disguise.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why I came with you today.
Aren't you glad you did?
Nobody can see me. I'm wearing a baseball cap.
And
Every
aviator
Avengers
sunglasses.
Jason Bourne.
Did they see you in this totally public bar? No. I was wearing sunglasses.
Were you tailed? Nah. Did you check? Nah.
Oh yeah. So make sure you pass those out when you pass out the others.
I certainly will. The deal is a deal.
I gotta go. They're working on building a new supply shed, so I gotta go
Ooh.
make sure everything's where it needs to be.
In the shed, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Somebody tries to steal from me, I'll light them on fire.
Impressive.
That's very... How often do you light people on fire?
4 times.
How often does it ruin the things they've stolen from you?
Twice.
No,
Good to
those are
know.
pretty good odds.
Yeah, half,
How long has it been
50-50.
since the last time you burned someone up?
11 months.
So they probably learned then.
Oh yeah, you learned.
Wait, is it the same guy every time?
No. No, this one, it was she had a lot of hair. And
See, you're already a detective,
Yeah.
Sheriff.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're solving the case.
That's not the why I was asking.
I have magnifying glasses if you would like them, in many sizes.
I don't want them.
Picture them all in a Sherlock hat.
You have a magnifying glass, a pipe, and a tweed hat.
You know.
These hats
For what?
kind of tough. Could I interest you in a violin instead?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I wasn't listening.
Okay.
A violin.
Are you serious?
No.
Sherlock plays violin.
I've got more customers. I love joking with you guys.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Markeisha.
Okay.
Hey, hands out of the drawers.
My bad.
Have a good day, you 3.
You too.
Goodbye.
A minor illusion, a small mouse coming out of the drawer that guy was fucking with.
He yells. Rather shrilly. So, give me a performance roll for your posters.
Ooh, with advantage since I'm helping.
Definitely with advantage.
Disadvantage because I'm there.
Are you actively trying
No.
to? I just imagine you like back there with your the quarterstaff, just like poking him every time he
No,
writes.
it's just like returning knife into the paper every time.
This is why I bought it for you.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
how do I do that equipment-wise?
Oh, did not show up? You know, I couldn't find that one. That's what it was.
20.
Okay.
I will try to find it for you
Could have been.
and get it into your inventory.
Oh.
You also should make a custom one.
Yeah.
Okay, so on my double d20s, I rolled both 2, and then I added an inspiration of a d8 from the DM's inspiration for a total of 10, plus 10 performance for a total of 20.
Jesus.
It adds up. Imagine if I actually rolled well, like, you know, a 15 or something.
So, Gideon starts on the first one, and it's a big ass N. But he somehow pulls it out in the end with this like, amazing kind of like sweeping kind of swirly look to it that just like you were like, this is gonna be wow, that actually looks really good. Like you really saved that, Gideon.
I am an artist, of course.
Big ass
Squiggly little eye.
The Y actually just kind of like moves down into other things, and yeah, but it's fantastically done. It's a little bit trippy, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of your campaign anyway. It's like Eddie Izzard at the circus in
Yeah.
Across the Universe.
That's, yes. Exactly that.
Okay.
That's what I'll spend some time doing, is getting a bunch made.
Yeah. And then you guys are just gonna go just like hand them out to people.
Staple them on shoes.
Well, I wanted to, like, put them on houses, trees, go door to door and be like, we're campaigning here, blah, 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 that jazz.
Sort of slipping them underneath the door.
Yeah, airplaning them through windows.
Okay. Okay, just like a real grassroots campaign.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
We get on the ground.
So you spend the day passing out all of those things. Give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
I inspire her? Or, okay.
This one, and then my new.
Disadvantage 'cause
You are going to be mayor. We can do this.
Oh,
So
not
add
great,
a d6
but
to
plus
it.
these CX.
Jesus. You were so bad.
9. But my persuasion's pretty good. So 9, 10, 11, 19.
Okay.
Our stats are saving us in this moment, you know?
There, you have a few spots where, like, people will open doors, and, sometimes they're fine. Sometimes they see Maul and are just kind of like, yeah, I'll take it, and just go back inside. But, overall, they get out to people. You're not totally sure what they're going to do with some of them, but...
Yeah.
Periodically, if somebody's really scared of Maul and they close the door, I'll, like, whisper through it, vote Maul for sheriff!
Oh my god, yes.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Is anyone else running for sheriff?
You have not heard about anybody going for sheriff yet.
Oh boy.
Maybe like 3 votes.
Oh my god. I'm
Okay.
voting for him.
No write-in votes.
At some point I want to go to Leander's.
Okay.
At some point.
D's nuts right in. Bringing it back.
Bringing everybody to Leander's.
I'll go with you if you want. If you want to go alone. Gideon will respect that.
I'll probably go alone this time.
Again?
Yeah, well, you're invited to the fucking thing, so.
That's fine. I disagree with the decision, but I respect that you're making it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. He's in you find him in his wagon. You run into to Charles's mom. She's moving some stuff. Looks like they may be getting it. Looks like they're getting a house in town. So.
You're settling down?
Thought it might be better for Charles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some stability.
And this is a very nice area. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Good people here to help protect us.
Yeah. Your mayor's gonna be awesome, so.
That's what I've heard. Hey, have you heard rumors about anybody running for sheriff?
Maul is our sheriff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everything I heard, there was nobody running right now.
No, you should vote for Maul. I think there's a glitch with the ballots though, because I'm running. I know these things. But you need to write his name in.
Okay.
But it's Maul.
He seems like a tough
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And if you trust him, that means he's fair.
Oh yeah.
She goes on her way.
Oh man, you guys are so lucky that I'm just kind of like here.
Leander's.
I mean, I'm back at the tavern with you right now.
Oh, I remember back to the tavern.
I'm alone.
Because she's going up to
Okay.
Leander's.
He's going through some stuff. He's looks like he just finished kind of tying up a parcel.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Troop kind of wants to get moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
I think I've convention in the States with a festival, and then we'll probably may head over to back up to New Throne and some of the other smaller towns. I'll let you know where we are.
Okay.
What's up?
So I have that thing tomorrow. Tomorrow, right?
Thanks,
Yes.
Mark.
Day after. Yeah. Yeah, we've got that thing. Valarn won't teach me.
Okay.
He says that you know more than you're letting on. And he says that we should have this done right, and that you, as my father figure, you should be the one teaching me.
Okay. Well, it's actually not overly difficult. The day of when you wake up, whatever persona you were given, you must be in that persona from sun up to sundown.
Okay.
must go and find all those you wish to be there and ask them to come.
Okay.
In the persona that you will be in of that day.
Oh.
It's sundown. You will meet where we are having. Is Valon going to cook the dinner?
I think so.
We will meet at his house. Once the sun goes down, you become who you really are, and you remain that way, and those there see you for who you are.
I can't do that though.
But no, that is who you are. If you become if there's something else, but that is what you do when you are just you.
So I should go from Jacob to Naadía?
Yeah. With everything. How you see yourself.
Okay. Okay.
You have to show the real you.
Yeah, I don't fucking know that though.
Isn't that how you see yourself? When you close your eyes, what do you see?
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
I will say some things. Valon will say some things. Things will be explained to you, and you will be given an opportunity to walk away. You can just be a regular changeling. It will happen 3 times. It's a difficult path, and it cannot be forced upon anyone. So, take time to think on that if following that way is what you wish. And at that point, your faith will be your responsibility.
The way
Faces that are given to you by your troop will be your responsibility. When they are alive, so they can die. But it is a special time. It will be. Yeah, I think you will remember that day for a long time.
Okay.
It's about the people that you trust and that love you.
And if I walk away?
You are free to do as you wish.
Okay.
Valon can teach you no more of the path, but that is not for everyone. I have been told there are some who choose to go off on their own.
Sure. I don't want what happened to Valon to happen to me.
What do you mean?
When a face dies, they're gone forever. But I'm still me. Just because a face is gone. If Naadía dies, do my relationships go with her?
That is why your troop will know many of your faces, so that there will be that bond, and maybe it has to change a little, but it makes your people very strong. Knowing that you have to be friends with so many, but yet so few at the same time.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you need to pick something that is Naadía. That you, when you think of you, that would indicate to your friends who you are. Something small and discreet and personal, so that what your people use to protect themselves. It could be something that you've always owned. It could be something new.
Well, Yeah. I'll pull out my whistle stick.
I mean, it's unique. I've never seen one colored in with such interesting carvings and drawings.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess that means I'm invited, huh?
You're always invited.
Gives you a hug. Well, I will see you the day of as whoever, and we'll talk then too.
Of course.
I gotta go figure out what Shiad's doing.
No good. Nothing.
Probably not. He's
No.
been very distracted lately. I don't know. I've found him kind of like he's normally, bad at shirking things off, but like sometimes it's even more spacey than normal.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I'll go kick him or something.
Yeah. He's off talking with some of the guys over at Mercutio's. He's trying to rustle up some supplies.
Okay.
But,
I'll stop by.
Okay.
You know you're my dad, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get out of here. Go.
Yeah.
Be useful. Miss Mayor.
Why, thank you.
Careful with politics.
Yeah. Bye, Dad.
Bye. Okay.
There was a part where we were told about the real Jacob. Was it?
Yeah.
They always have a handkerchief.
Did we get a color?
Yellow.
Lilac.
Oh, I thought it was
Lilac.
yellow.
Handkerchief.
Oh, okay.
I just remembered it and I was like, kill that guy.
Kill him if he doesn't have the right handkerchief.
I mean, he was pretty drunk.
Talking about killing a guy.
Yeah, I would. When it comes to murder, I would give Maul advantage on perception.
Yeah.
Well, it's passive 22 now,
Yeah.
so.
Jesus.
Louise.
So 27 then?
Yes.
What?
See
Advantage on your passive would make it a 27.
Holy shit.
Or 17 if it's disadvantage.
No. 17 is terrible.
My passive perception's 14.
Mine too.
Oh, yay.
Yeah,
I'm part of
we
that,
figured it out the
so-
other day. Maul is more perceptive while he's asleep than you guys are while you're awake.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
That hurts.
So
Hurts my soul.
are you stopping by Shad's before you head back?
Yeah.
Okay. He's talking with Mercutio and a couple of guys by this little simple storage shed behind the shop. And it's Mercutio's like, no, it's right there. Oh, no, you're right. That looks like everything.
I want to appear directly behind his left shoulder.
Give me stealth.
That's not a D20.
You sneak up behind him very well.
Oh, okay. So what you doing?
And he drops it in his hand, paper with him. That's not funny. And everybody else is laughing. What?
What are you doing?
I'm getting supplies.
Yeah? Are you being weird?
No.
Being a little weird.
Says who?
Says everyone. Like, literally everyone. All the time.
It's because you tell them that 8 bugs.
Because you do eat bugs.
It was one time.
That
You
was
dared
like
me.
4 times. Granted, the other 3 you were asleep, but still.
Wow.
Come on. I gotta bring the stuff back. And he
Okay.
has like a shopping cart. The stuff in his hand and the paper, he just walks away with it.
Oh. I will pick that up.
Okay. He just starts heading towards the camp. So what do you need?
No, I was just stopping by. Just stopped by Leander. I figured I'd see you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I haven't been sleeping great. but
No?
Weird dreams.
What kind of dreams?
Eaten by big lizards and a weird giant bird.
Oof. Were you Were you a small lizard when you were eaten by the big lizards?
No, it was always me.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I don't even want to talk about it. Ugh.
Okay.
Headaches this morning. You get over towards the supply wagon and he sets stuff down and he... Oh, shit. And he turns around and... Oh, you grabbed it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
While we were walking, I wanted to read it.
It's just a list of supplies.
Okay. Give it to him. Is he weird? Is he acting weird?
He starts like looking around trying to figure out where he put the key, and he looks through like all of his pockets. And he's usually, again, a little bit spacey, but definitely seems a little bit off. Opens up the, come on, let's put everything inside.
Sure. I want an insight check and see if Shiad is actually Shiad.
Okay.
That's not bad. 7. What's 7 plus 6?
26.
26.
26. It's definitely him, but yeah, he is very, very very forgetful. Like he's like moving stuff in, then he starts moving something else in, and he just seems kind of like really out of it.
Dude, seriously, are you okay?
No, I don't. My head hurts. I'm gonna go lay down. Would you mind finishing this up?
Sure. Can I like touch his forehead? Maybe medicine
Warm.
check.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
No.
Does he have the dragon pox?
15.
15. Definite bags under his eyes. His eyes are like all bloodshot. He's got probably a little bit of a fever.
You need to see a healer.
An orc left town. I don't.
Well, I know a guy who can kind of do healing stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's finish getting this stuff in the.
Kind of do healing stuff.
Yeah, the cart. I gotta go get supplies from Mercutio.
I mean,
Okay.
I gotta put that list. Oh. Okay, no, we're done. Let's get everything in the cart.
Okay.
And he'll finish loading the last few things in the cart.
Yeah.
And then he'll forget the list inside. Close the door. Oh. Yeah. Come on. You said you have a friend that's...
Yeah, I do. Come on.
Okay. And you guys start heading towards the inn.
Want to find Balric or Concord or...
Okay. Your give me a tinker's tool for your day of work.
Oh boy. It's Dex plus proficiency, right?
Yep.
You can do this.
New dice, let's see what happens.
Nat 20.
Hey, that's a no natural 20.
Yeah, there you go. You make some good progress on the on bits. Start talking with Hardware about what you're going to need to do to cast all of the pieces. That's going to be like the bulk of a lot of the work because you have to create like basically like a master and then freaking make a mold for it and then cast everything. So you're looking at a bit of time before it's going to be done, but you're definitely into the process.
I'm mostly a patient person, it's fine.
Mostly.
Mostly.
So as you start heading back, you're coming back into town, and it's probably only a little bit after midday, but you are just smoked. Like he just like. At one point, he just had you just hold the axe out for like as long as you could, just all sorts of like little muscles you weren't sure you had. You just kind of, you hear just like a heavy like clop, 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 and like followed by like ching, ching, just kind of a much lighter like somebody in armor, and you see Balric coming in and Sir Concord's behind him, and he's just kind of he looks maybe a little bit sweaty, and Balric's just smoked.
Oh, shit.
Just like furs. It looks like he may have been like poured water on him.
Oh, I look.
Hey.
hi.
you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good workout, Ulrich.
Sure.
Before you go to bed, do 25 push-ups.
Ugh.
Naadía.
Hi. Do you, since he's tired looking, do you do healing stuff? Are you okay to do healing stuff?
Yeah, I don't have to move much.
What's up?
for
Are you
that.
okay?
My friend's like really sweaty and weird and forgetful.
Puberty.
You just saw me now. Why are you saying that?
No, but Shad, look
And
at him.
you see Chad just kind of like just kind of spaced out, looking off to the side.
He forgot to list like 4 times in a row.
What?
He forgot what he was just doing.
And I just like noodle arm my hand towards him in healing words.
Smack.
I don't think. I have no reason to suspect I'll need spell slots right now.
Okay.
I
So,
totally
moving to
forgot.
Second level.
Okay.
I totally forgot my D6 for inspiration is now a D8.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just got that.
Oh shit.
So you noodle arm cast, and Chicago walks up and he's like,
8.
8. Okay. He definitely looks a bit better.
Noodle arm.
Yeah. You see just some energy just kind of fling out of Balrek, and just his arm slumps back down, and it hits Shad, and he kind of shakes his head for a second, and then Uncle just kind of starts looking. Stick your tongue, boy. And he just kind of puts his hand on his chest, and you just see just kind of like a glimmer of just kind of silver move about him. And she just kind of slumps, and he's gonna need some rest.
Okay.
Looks like he's sick. Maybe ate something bad, or I don't think I'd worry about it too much right now.
Okay. Well, you should go to bed. Does anyone have drugs? Like sleeping drugs? Do you have drugs?
Am I there? What? No.
Like, here, just chew on one of these before you go to bed, and just go. Thanks.
Oh. If you don't do that, I will beat you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest in.
Okay.
And to clarify, it's because I have a dose of relaxing, like drug-like herbs from Veridar.
We all know what it is.
Oh boy.
I think I've got something to tell you, but I can't remember what it was. I'll think about it. And he starts kind of chewing on something, and he heads off towards his wagon.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That was a little suspicious.
Yeah, it's very suspicious. He's always a wimp, but like, jeez.
You wanna sit down?
You're kind of
I'm gonna go lay down.
you're kind of wrapping up for the day, Aster, and you can hear just like this kind of like clop, 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 clop making its way through town. Definitely sounds like hooves, some heavy breathing. You probably hear Naadía and Balrek chatting a little bit, and they're just kind of coming down. Balrek looks like somebody poured a bucket of water on his chest.
Same.
Yeah, you're pretty sweaty too.
Oh.
Like,
Wait.
Also to like you probably get soot on your face some too.
Got a soot beard. Is this before or after the Shiad thing?
This would be as probably as Shiad's walking away.
Oh, I thought they were in the inn. I'm sorry.
No, they were coming into town.
Oh, okay. Hi guys.
Jeez.
Do I have arm muscles yet?
Y'all both need to shower.
Oh.
What's that?
Are there showers here? Oh.
It rains.
This magic here is just kind of like a thing that just kind of like pumps the water up magically. Good water pressure too.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, sorry. Busy doing stuff and things, you know.
Yeah.
Hadra got some work done on those daggers, right?
She's got the forge kind of retrofitted and some stuff set up so that she can get ready to smelt them the next day. It took her a good portion of the day reinforcing some of the metal and getting some different extra bricks up for the inside because it's gonna get hot.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. She actually, there was probably a small like an M80 going off in the workshop at one point when she was working with some of the stuff that kind of ignites the forge. So there was probably a bit of a startle.
Oh boy.
Did me a spook.
What time is it now? Is it dinner time?
It's like 2-ish.
It's not dinner time.
Why not?
Because it's 2
Sure.
in the afternoon. Sun's right there.
Oh.
I will take a quick break though. Hadra, do you want any food or anything?
I made myself some sandwiches.
Okay.
She doesn't even wash her hands. She just goes to town. Just like soot and metal.
Does
In the forge?
Usually I toast them.
Oh.
You alright, Bulwark?
yeah? What's up with you? Why are you like super sweaty? What did you do?
Works out.
You
It was leg day, bro.
No,
Like-
it was like only arm day.
I'm not there yet. I'm at the tavern.
No, it was like only arm day.
What were you? Who are you working out with? Or you just go by yourself?
No, it was Sir Concord.
Why?
It's probably about the time you guys get to the end and start heading in.
Why would you do this to
Heading
yourself?
In.
'Cause I want us to be stronger.
Okay.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You catch
Yes, Esther.
the strong whiff of just like body odor just kind
Ooh.
of come in as like the door
Oh.
opens and you hear like it sounds like Bulwark like with all of his weight just like he's stomping.
The Jurassic Park moment with the
Yeah.
water in the cup.
What were we doing?
Probably drinking a little.
Okay.
I figured
I
that's-
can do that.
I was just working on finishing up posters and shit. Writing campaign speeches, probably. Yeah, I'd probably write a
I
campaign
figured
speech.
you were basically campaigning through this time too. So.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a better idea. He totally would have been doing that. So.
You've noticed through town there's a bunch of posters saying Naadía for mayor as you've kind of
And
gone through town.
Mercutio for
There's-
magistrate.
And Mercutio for magistrate. There's like 4 on the walls just in the tavern.
As I was walking through the town, I also would have been like very sloppy, just like writing on strips of paper, Maul for sheriff, and slipping them directly through like cracks into people's homes.
Jesus.
That's like actually like terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit. It's written in blood.
Just imagine some cloaked figure. Vote for me.
Or else.
Oh my gosh.
I'll protect you.
Cryptic metaphor.
So you all get back to the inn.
Ooh, what is that smell?
Sorry, I'll be out real quick.
Do you want me to just give you
Oh,
quickly in?
Yeah.
It smells like working.
Do I
don't
smell
like
good
it.
now?
It's not better.
Oh hell yeah! I don't feel bad about showing off the good
I'm
stuff.
gonna
Look,
prestidigitation. The scent of rose is off you. I said rose is weird.
Rude.
Roses.
roses on
Hey,
my
you
muscles.
now smell like you've been covered in rosé wine.
Not at all what I was going for, but hey, I can't all be winners.
Gideon, I smell like an alcoholic right now.
Sorry, I'll clean it up.
I kind of liked it.
My shirt's tied around my waist and my hair's up, and I'm just gonna go over to Rondis real quick. Hi, Rondis.
What's up, kid?
Can I have? Do you do like lunch bags? A little brown paper bag with lunch like my mama used to do.
I got some bags I could put it in.
I mean, you don't have to, but just something quick for lunch while I am on break from helping out Hadra.
He's like, yeah. And he'll come back with like a big old sandwich with like a bunch of ham and some cheese in it and like an apple.
Hell yeah, thank you. I'll give him 2 gold.
Damn.
Do you have apple juice to go? If not, it's fine.
Just bring the glass back when you're done.
Oh yeah, okay, sounds good.
That's what I do.
Just cups all over town.
I'm gonna.
Might have forgot a cup too.
Jeez. Thank you very much. I'm gonna
They usually get found.
salute my friends,
Have fun.
take a chomp of my apple, and walk back to the blacksmith.
Okay.
Bulric, do you want me to clean you up?
So you're gonna put in a full on day's work.
Oh, yeah.
every
You know,
day.
if you need
Okay.
help,
With what?
I don't know, punch you something.
You want-
You should join the fighting ring at the festival.
Already on it.
I want to go up to the bar and just like flop onto it, almost like sit down, but just like just from the bar. Ron, just how much for you to be okay with feeding me food? I'm just gonna, without him answering, just like put 20 gold on the counter.
You guys hear the Balric get drunk again?
No, that was all his doing. While I'm at it, though, I'm just gonna clean him up.
You feel less wet.
I love this. I still feel wet.
There's too much for me to clean up with one snap.
Jason ain't that strong.
Yeah,
need
you're a big guy.
It's a cantrip.
Press the preparation. Anyway, perspiration.
First prodigitation.
I'm not feeding you, Balric. I'm sorry.
You can like bullet down the bar.
I'll do that.
He just kind of he puts just like a bowl of like porridge and just like a sandwich
No,
down.
I can't throw porridge at you.
If you get some carrots, you can throw the carrots like throwing.
I'm gonna sit next to Balric and like
What?
Can't throw porridge at you.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit next to Balric and like dip the sandwich in the porridge and just start feeding you.
What's in the sandwich?
Ham.
Oh.
What's in the porridge?
Ham.
I guess it should be more. It's not so much a porridge, but it's like one of those like never-stopping stews. Like they just kind of keep putting stuff, like a very traditional like Middle Ages, just like.
You just ruined
carrot.
stew for me.
Do
Thank
you have like a root soup or something? Like vegetables or something?
Stop. Just get some fruit. We'll cut it
Yeah,
up,
I got
and we'll just feed you
a
fruit.
nice radish soup. Then he comes back with a good-sized bowl of radish stew.
I'll just sit there, ladling food into your mouth.
No, baby bird him.
Oh,
Change your head into a minotaur.
Turn it into that freaky ass bird.
Wait, don't.
Any other big things that you guys want to do today?
Continue to get fed.
Continue to get fed. Yeah.
I'm like sitting on the bar stool with like my feet not touching the ground, just like swinging and.
Feeding Balric.
I've done more work in one day than I've done in ages, and I'm tired, so no more work.
Throughout the whole day, as I'm working, I would like literally still like sometimes look at my arm, like maybe shine a little bit, see if it. Just that's it.
Okay. Like, is Aster hoping that they'll show up?
I'm just mystified,
Just mystified? Okay.
and maybe a little bit be like, oh, it would be so cool, even though it's kind of scary and weird. But yeah.
You will it into existence.
Damn.
Never when you're looking at it directly, but you swear one time when you're working on something, like you catch it, like just like out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, wait, is it there? And then you're just like, oh, maybe it was just the shadow, but like just like that like was it or but you know depending on how hopeful she is, it could have been that little glimmer of hope for her.
God damn it, Sam. What the fuck? Alright,
So-
cool.
Day of campaigning, drinking for the two of you, which seems about normal. Balric got his swole on. Aster is
Getting her swole on.
yep.
Man, I have guns for days.
Yep. It's gonna have 3 guns.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. 4. It's
Well, yeah, actually, 5, I guess.
4 arms.
You're gonna need more arms to shoot all of these guns.
That's fine. Actually, I only. Oh no, I do have 2. Okay.
I've moved into feeding myself and Balric at the same time.
One for me. One for me.
No, it's like a a duel.
Okay.
Here comes the airplane.
Through swallowing food without much chewing, because that takes effort.
At least it's soup.
Thank you, Naadía.
Welcome, Balric.
You mill through the rest of the day. Seems like word's getting out that Naadia's going for mayor.
Oh, it should be.
There's a bit of
Took that long.
talking in the inn that evening. There is definitely a little bit of whispering. You definitely hear some people trying to push Edris as a better candidate a few times.
So, if I hear that shenanigans happening, I'm gonna grab an extra drink, sidle on over to the table, put the drink down at whoever looks the most like into whatever that person's saying, and just launch on about amazing tales of Naadia's greatness. Perhaps a little exaggerated.
What do you use for tales?
Okay, basically any of the plays we've been in, I'm gonna play up some of the greatness that has been done, deeds of greatness. Like, she's good at battle, she's great at diplomacy, she's super smart, powerful, funny, all the things. I'm like her wingman right now.
It's funny because every play I've been a part of, I've just been in the crowd stealing shit from people.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Would it help if I'm in the corner actually spoon feeding someone?
I'm talking about her charitable nature too.
I don't know if that's enough for this crowd.
Are you only feeding me for your campaign?
No.
13.
The goblin who was kind of talking her up just kind of looks at you, kind of gets up from the table and kind of makes his way off, and he'll go off and try to find like another group clustered together and start chit-chatting with them.
I mean, I might make it my project this evening
To just,
to mill about, particularly wherever they are.
how obvious are you going to make that?
I mean, I'm not being super subtle,
Okay.
but I'm already kind of trying to work the crowd anyway.
Okay.
Go fish.
Gideon, what's your passive?
Perception, 14.
Okay.
But Maul sees everything.
So you see Gideon kind of milling about. At one point when you're kind of going around this group, you catch it out of the corner of your eye. He just kind of, like, as he's going away, he just kind of stretches his arm and he drops something in your glass.
Oh,
and then
shit.
just kind of makes his way off.
Did I see it at all?
You saw it, yeah.
Did he see me seeing it?
Probably not.
Oh.
He rolled pretty poorly.
Okay. I'll just be talking wildly. Oh no! I'm so sorry. So sorry. Could I just have a rag over here? I've spilled my drink.
Careful, Gideon, please.
Sorry, I just get so worked up. But you know what? I can help you with that.
Walks back to the bar.
Oh my god.
Okay.
1.
He,
Fuck.
What was
Why
that
did you do
word?
that?
What did I do? What? Spill the drink?
Piranhas.
I actually didn't mean to. Not in a mean way. I just sort of nature takes over, you know. Sorry, Rondas. I do love you.
it's fine, Gideon.
Can I clean something else for you just a second? Another quick...
No more messes, please.
I'll try my best.
And you see, after this kind of exchange, you see that the goblin, a couple goblins head on out of the bar.
So, he dropped something in my drink. You saw that too, right?
Yes.
Could I ask a favor?
Sure.
Can we perhaps go give them some shit? You're intimidating. Do you wish to be intimidating?
It's usually to my advantage. Do we know who they are?
Do we know who they are?
One of them is one of the Needmore goblins.
Oh, okay. Maybe not as much fucking about, but I can make myself look different.
Am I hearing this?
Would you have come back to the table after that? Or would you still be kind of milling about?
I would have gone to talk to him.
Okay. So yeah, you guys at the table.
A goblin just dropped something in my drink.
Did you see what it was?
Did I see what it was?
It looked like a powder of some sort.
I don't know. Powder could have been drugs, poison, anything.
Kind of like snap to attention more than I've been all day.
I didn't drink it. I noticed, fortunately.
Where?
And
Was it Needmore?
Needmore was the one who did it?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to kill that guy, right?
Stand up.
You're still pretty sore, but you
How
see Borwick just kind of like
How many goblins were there?
total, including him 3.
Oh.
I don't... Is this an act of vengeance for you? Do you want to...
For my friend, I start walking.
Okay.
Let's
This is
be smart about this.
Sweetest thing he's ever said.
Let's
Borwick's like click. Like
Yeah, I'm
I'm
going to.
let's be smart about this though.
Uh-huh.
We're setting some sort of roots in this town. Maybe Gideon and I go first as different people.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't even part of the interaction, but I'll watch you decide.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we should set boundaries that's not allowed here.
Are there regular guards around? Like,
Yeah.
with uniform?
there's a few, yeah.
Look like the guards? Tell them we saw them pour something in the drink, explain themselves?
Sure. No. Fuck.
Well, we have to think quick. I don't want them to get away.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna...
No. I can't change my clothes.
change your face and
You could be a guard.
I'll be the guard.
Sure. Okay. Just be some dude.
Okay, I'm gonna step out of the room
Okay.
and change my appearance to whatever the guards normally look like.
I'm gonna be a really scraggly dude. Just grossness.
You saw the goblin put the
You were the
powder in drink,
witness.
and you told the guard.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm gonna head out there.
You hear a bunch of like laughing and joking. They're like, if only that idiot had drank it. It'd been great to see him crap himself for a couple of days. I'm getting really. I don't know why he needs to mind his own business. I wasn't messing with his campaign. I don't need to know why he needs to come over and give me such a hard time.
They're walking away, right?
Yeah.
Oi! You! Yeah, that's
You
the
can do
guy.
all this.
Yeah.
He's the one.
Yeah, that's him right there.
You there, come here. Come here. Over here.
I just share a look with Hadra and like poke my head out.
Come here.
What?
Is man? Are you being a man?
Yeah.
Is man here, says you. Put something in somebody's drink in there.
I saw him put a powder in some dude's drink, I did.
That is explicitly against the rules of Hope.
I did no such thing.
Witness
I
says you
saw him
did.
with my own eyes, I did.
And I believe this man. He's been nothing but honorable. Except for you, Goblin.
How many fingers am I holding up?
You're holding up 2, but you're being weird about the 3rd one.
Inspiration. Well, it's gone forever. It's right over here.
Explain yourself.
It's like, when he pulls out this, all it is, it's just a little something that would give him a little bit of bellyache. He was being kind of a cunt. I shouldn't have done it. That's all.
I'm confiscating it.
There you go.
Does it look like the stuff that was part of my drink?
Yeah.
Turn out your pockets.
cards about this. Pulls these out and 2 knives. Pulls this one out, there's a healing potion, another knife in that one, and...
I'll let this slide for now, but I'm taking all that.
What's your name?
Sir Lawrence.
And you should go home and apologize to your mother for your language. Sir?
You heard the old gentleman here. Did he look like he was going to reach for one last thing when he was pouring his stuff out?
Yeah.
When he goes to turn his back, I'm going to grab his shoulder. Hold on. What's that in your back pocket there?
My papers.
Take his papers.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to look very carefully at how he writes, how he signs his name, and any other special shit he does. Because with my feet, I can learn what he does, and I can use it to forge papers.
And I'm gonna be slightly distracting, poking my head around the like other side of Gideon.
Would you like me to make a roll for anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have those back?
Just making sure it's all in order here. Looks fine. I don't want any more of this trouble in here.
Yeah. No more. And he makes his way off.
Okay, cool.
You see 2 weird figures being weird.
So, what did I collect off the ground? I heard healing potion.
The second healing potion, the 44 one.
Ooh.
And 3 alright quality knives.
Alright, well. Old gentleman gets the knives.
Oh, thank you. Ow. Ow. Ow.
They just confiscated all those weapons. Why are they giving it to the old man?
Alright, I'm gonna duck into an alleyway and drop shape.
Okay.
I'm gonna go walk further away.
Before they walk away. Liars say what?
Who?
What you looking at?
Mind your business.
Inside.
Your beautiful, beautiful business.
That would be an advantage. I almost imagine Gideon's voice comes out of that.
Just the tiniest bit. And there's a smile.
Yeah, it's clear who it is. Who are these people?
That'd be a 13.
Yeah, you can tell it's Gideon.
Oh, it's just Gideon and Naadía, I'm guessing.
Who? You mean that wonderful lady who's gonna be the mayor?
That just turned out.
Oh, I'm gonna vote for her.
Pockets.
I'm gonna clean up for the night after.
Sounds good.
I'll walk away.
Alright, I'm gonna drop
help.
shape.
I'll help clean up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to Balric.
Okay.
So, as much as I appreciate your enthusiasm for vengeance, it was one of the Needmores, and he's an asshole, and I made him turn over his pockets and kind of humiliate him a little bit, and I want you to have this. It's a healing potion. Greater, I believe.
I mean, you should probably give that to Maul. He can't really heal
Well,
himself at all.
Judging by the way things are going, you're increasingly jumping into the fray,
Mm-hmm.
and he's harder to hit than you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd prefer you have this for now. I've already given him one.
I don't feel like I really need it.
I'm gonna grab up his hand, his heavy-ass hand, and put it in there. Bulric, it's a gift for you. Take it.
Alright.
Who knows, maybe one day I'll be on the ground dying and you can just feed it to me, and then I'll feel better and you'll feel better that you got to use it on me.
Alright.
Naadía appears.
People need to stop giving me gifts.
Why?
I don't like it.
You give other people gifts.
And?
Your very presence is a gift. Now take it and be quiet about it. Let's all drink.
About this time, Aster walks into the bar.
Aster, I haven't seen you in... hours. Not once have I seen you.
She's a little bit smelly again.
Oh, can you?
You got it.
Thank you. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I am. I mean, what?
How is everybody's day?
I wasn't going to make it.
That's
Is
good.
that what you deal with all the time?
What's that?
You want to go hit something, but then we talk our way out of it?
Did you want to hit something? Oh, the need more guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there may be another time to hit him,
No,
but
it was smart. I just wanted to hit him.
to be honest,
You'll
I
get
kind
your
of,
time.
yeah, I kind of want you to hit him. I just want you to do it not in the town that we're trying to make her mayor and him sheriff, and you know,
What?
Mercutio the magistrate.
I mean, I'm not going for anything.
True.
Sure,
I
but
can't argue that logic.
You are associated, though.
yeah, you put us in a pretty pickle.
Okay, so here's the plan. We have a big falling out,
Are you learning subterfuge?
and then I can go hit them.
No, we just do
Honestly,
it.
can
do
we
it
maybe
right.
lean into this because I would love to see him perform.
Ooh, actually.
The fight. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. It's over.
Any more business this evening?
I think that's it for me.
Nope.
So you all get an evening of rest. Anything weird going on while we go to sleep?
My thing's
I'm gonna
not.
ask her.
I want
I'm
to
gonna meditate. What are you
Try
gonna
again?
do?
Okay.
I want to try.
Demon library?
Yeah. I wanna try
Go for it.
My thing's not tomorrow, right? It's the day
No,
after.
yeah.
It's a charisma,
Charisma, yep.
just straight charisma.
Now
Charisma.
I'm gonna look at it.
Sorry, I was just looking at it. I don't know if it's a saving throw or.
Oh no, it's an arcana.
Oh. Okay. Arcana.
Do you have an outfit for Jacob?
What?
An outfit for Jacob?
When did I
You should do that.
I meant to do Mercutio just now.
No, just get something off the rack.
16.
16? Okay. You wake
Fuck me
up. You wake up inside of the tower. Yes. Some of the books have moved. There's now on the table 2 small bookends, and there's 2 books inside.
On the table and not the bookshelf?
Table and not the bookshelf, yeah. It's kind of like sitting in front of you.
Do the books have any words on them?
It is Asden Needmore's book and the book for Ekars.
But I only read one book.
You did. These books, they're like, the bookends aren't right next to them. They're just kind of, the books are just kind of sitting there, like there's more space for more books.
They're like freestanding?
Yeah.
Weird.
But they're the other ones on the shelf still?
Mm-hmm.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. You know what? I'll go for, you said Eckhar's?
Yeah.
Is that the last name?
No,
Kill
just that.
somebody with that? Oh, Eckhar's the goblin. That's right. I wrote it down.
Roll me charisma save.
No. What have you done?
So many things.
Okay, it's not bad.
Charisma, you're a bard.
Yeah, it's really not bad. 8 plus 7 is 15, so 25.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right.
I can't arithmetic under pressure.
Usually why I'm over here like,
So you're gonna spend the evening reading Eckhart's book?
Yes.
Okay.
I will, like, look around at some points and see if I see, like, Ballista or anything out of the ordinary, but mostly just focus on the book.
You're not gonna leave the room?
I can't do.
You could probably leave the room you could probably peek out of the room, but you would need to spend a good portion of the night reading the book.
I'll do that.
Okay. You see figures kind of milling around downstairs. You hear an authoritative woman's voice kind of sounds like directing people around, telling them where to put books back, kind of giving general direction for the shades that are milling about.
Does it sound like Callista?
No, it's not a voice you recognize.
I'm gonna put the book down and go check it out.
Okay. Getting down there just to where you can see it, there is a woman who looks to be it's tough to kind of make out features from a different. She's got totally black hair. Her clothes are all black, and it's almost like shadows cling to her, and it's hard to make out any facial features.
She's a big titty goth. Yeah.
I wouldn't say
she's a man.
but she's kind of tall. She's probably about 6 feet tall.
Lady Dimitrescu.
I have no idea what that is.
It's the sexy vampire lady from Resident Evil.
Mm.
Anyway.
Oh, her.
More like a kind of a handsome giant shadow.
I like that.
Tell me how you really feel.
Does she react when I walk in?
Not at all.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Walk up to her.
No recognition whatsoever.
Do any of the other figures react to me?
They see you pass, like if you go to walk past them, they'll move out of the way, but they're all kind of in their kind of drone-ish-esque movement.
Huh.
Are you gonna, I mean, if you interact with them, they'll kind of talk to you, but they're like, oh, I'm busy. We must keep the library neat.
Who is she? I'll point to her.
The keeper of the library. Shh. And just kind of walk away.
Try to get her attention one more time.
She does not seem, you just kind of like doing like one of these type things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Does not even seem to notice you at all.
Are there any books down here? Wait, no, because you said
There are some books down here. Yeah. There's one on the table. It's it looks like it's a rituals for like demonic expulsion.
Rituals for demonic expulsion.
Step 1, say get out.
I'm gonna grab it. Can I grab it?
Yeah, you can pick it up. Where are you going with it?
Back upstairs.
As you get to the top of the stairs, the book just kind of, almost just kind of fades from your hands, and just kind of like, you just see clouds, like a dark cloud that just kind of moves back down.
God damn it! All right, I'll go back down and try to read it down there if it's possible,
Okay.
if it's still around.
The figure just kind of like looks over towards the book, and you'll see her just kind of walk around the table where you're reading it, and just kind of like looking at where the book is, and just kind of looking where you should be, but there is no recognition on its face that there is something there.
Oh shit, that's cool. Okay. I'll read that book.
You're gonna read that book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, just leaned into it hard, Mackenzie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you spend the night reading that book.
Uh-huh.
Your dreams are a little bit weird that night, Naadía. But when you wake up, it kind of like quickly kind of fades, and you're able to shake it off. They're kind of those memories that when you wake up, you're like, oh, that was weird, but they immediately just kind of fade out of your mind.
Huh. That's weird.
Oh, was my arm like that when I was in there?
Yes. And the candle that you guys normally shut off is lit when you wake up.
That's
Weird.
Oh man, I'm possessed by a demon.
I turn it off.
So, you guys get up the next day. Any big things that you want to accomplish the day before your coming of age?
I want to go to Mercutio's and I want to get a second act Hamilton meets Newsies costume in green with gold accents.
Okay, you're able to get him to do that for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring him some sketches of what I want for my outfit for the mayoral election. And I'll show you some pictures later and we'll describe it more later, but
Okay.
it's gonna be special.
You gonna train more the next day, or are you gonna take the day off?
I'm taking the day off.
Okay.
I would probably spend the day sitting outside, I guess, my hut. Anyone that comes up for some healing, I'll gladly help them out, and then otherwise, keeping an eye on Needmore.
Okay. You see them kind of milling about. When he shows up in the morning, you hear him yelling a bit. Like seems like he's being kind of a dick to all of his workers the early part of the day. You have a couple injuries throughout the day. Only one kind of serious one. Guy out mining kind of falls and he like breaks his leg. But everybody's very appreciative. They'll offer some tips. You'll make 2 gold for the day between everything.
Honestly.
You won't take it all?
Or not.
Okay. Yeah. Just kind of, you do notice a falcon hanging out on the top of the hut for a good portion of the day. Like you'll see him like kind of go off, and at one point you'll see him come back and like swallow a mouse, but kind of hangs out around the house.
You say anything?
No, just kind of.
Alright, well, I'm talking to him then. Hello?
Hello. What can I do for you?
Do you need anything?
No, you just, seems like a good place to hang out. Lots of mice around here.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to perch there whenever.
And he just kind of, you realize he's good size, and you notice that, like, his gaze just kind of moves slightly. You have that friend.
You can have all the mice you want, but not him.
Okay. No, I'm saying that I tried. Just curiosity.
You won't live to see the moment after.
Ooh.
I like you, big one. I leave your friend alone. It's a nice
As long
place.
as we have that understanding, you're welcome to perch here whenever.
Yeah, you got any mice giving you trouble, let me know. I'll take care of them.
That one looks like he's causing problems.
And just like he snatches that thing up like fast. You just kind of sit down at a down the spot, like kind of staring over at you, and just kind of Patches. You feel Patches kind of move around a little bit, like I'm uncomfortable with the situation.
Hey, buddy. No.
What do you do to pass the day?
I'm actually gonna go to the lake.
You gonna go to the lake?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to meditate and practice stances and my
Okay.
whole thing.
Any water time or anything?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Are you continuing to work on your gun, Aster?
Yeah. Can I ask do I remember the information from the book?
You remember a bit of it. It's like fairly complex stuff, but you have some. You think you could start to set some of put down kind of the ritual. Start to put down one of the rituals if you wanted to. It's like crushed diamond, skull of a basilisk. Like this is some heavy duty like.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Little shit.
Okay. Thank you. Also, yes, I would like to hang out at Hadra's all day.
All right. Would you mind giving me another roll for your work on your lovely weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, just so you know, Savage, I'd want to be coordinating our magic show.
Yeah.
And we would spend some time working on that if Naadía has free time.
Okay.
I also check in on my bro.
He seems like he is doing much better.
Good.
He said he does not remember dreaming at all the previous night.
That's a 14 on the roll for Tinker's Tool.
Okay. Nick, investigate.
I also would have expedited the clothes.
While you're swimming. You would have expedited it. Okay.
I want them now.
So yeah, you guys work on your step prepping your performance for what you're gonna do. Big, maybe rockish, but like big, like 8 to 10 feet tall. Just kind of like down at the bottom. You see it just kind of like move a couple of times. But it's deep.
Well, I know how to swim.
Okay.
I like that
Check
description.
it out.
Okay. You start getting.
Bring the returning dagger with me.
Okay. You start going down and you're looking down and you almost lose sight of it and then you just kind of see it shift and just kind of a hand goes out and there's a fish and it just kind of like claps on the fish and you just see this giant stone hand just like put a fish in its mouth and it's just kind of sitting down at the bottom of the water. It's looks to be a large earth elemental.
Cool.
Like the one we fought?
Not quite. This one has a little bit more of like a humanoid look to it.
This one has a
And
hat
it's
on.
just kind of sitting down there.
Does he see me?
As you get close, he just kind of looks up. And you just hear kind of like a of it talking. Do you speak Primordial?
I do.
Oh.
Oh!
Land child, what do you need? I wish no trouble.
Just saw something in the water, checking it out.
Enjoy the water.
You
And it's
too.
just like kind of, you can see that he's got like moss and stuff that's kind of like grown on him, and he's just kind of hanging out there.
Alright. I'll leave him be.
Okay.
Maul making friends.
It's pretty chill to me.
We just found our new best friend NPC that we're gonna take with us everywhere.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
yeah.
12-foot earth elemental.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
Hey, if you don't want to be the sheriff.
All right.
Wow.
So you guys mill about for that day. Make some kind of final preparations. You can see that festival preparations are still kind of going on in town. They're working on that fighting rink some more. Idris comes out at one point and kind of you see her doing some work kind of on as they start getting the walls up. She's over there, looks to be kind of inscribing and tinkering with the walls, and kind of go about the day, and we'll pick up after break at the next day, the day of Naadia's coming of age.
Break time.
So we'll see you all
Break
back in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be back real soon.
Real
Thanks
soon.
for watching.
Thanks for hanging out.
Oh.
And break.
See you in a few.
Oh.
Bye.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So,
Are you possessed?
Yes.
we
Well, good
pick up
thing you have a book.
with our intrepid heroes waking up. It's a day of particular significance for Naadía.
Did I get my clothes?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go to I also like ordered some pajamas.
Okay. So I assume are you going to try to be out of the room before Aster awakes?
Nope.
Nope. So you're just gonna be there as Jacob.
Yeah, I'm going to be sleeping in. I will be sleeping in my pajamas as Jacob.
So you wake up that morning and Jacob's in Naadia's bed in these very nice pajamas, hair all kind of coiffed and just like. I imagine he just sleeps just like either that or just like completely straight, just like completely like plain and rigid.
Naadía sleeps straight and rigid, like face up, and Jacob is just like the chalk line for a dead
Stomach or back?
stomach.
Okay.
And like his leg, one leg
God,
is
Jacob's
hanging
been
off
murdered.
You can slightly see that he's breathing, but just slightly.
I'm just gonna giggle to myself a little bit and curl up in bed a little bit more.
Okay. You
I want to try and get up early. Like, I want to make a point of this. Go get a platter of food, and I want to bring it to Naadia's room.
okay. Anything in particular?
Everything.
Everything. Okay.
Whatever fits on a platter.
Okay. So, you two would probably wake up to the sound of knocking on the door next door.
Oh, nah. Aster, is everybody awake in there?
Jacob, are you awake?
What?
Oh, I did it again. You awake? Can Gideon come in?
Yeah, I guess so, sure.
You can come in.
I push the door open. Jacob,
Good morning.
pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Formally. I didn't know what you like, so I thought I'd bring a few things for you to try.
Oh, gee. That's an awful lot of food you've got there.
Well, I didn't think you'd eat all of it, but surely I thought... I don't know what you like.
Yeah, well, let's start with this, I guess, and I'll pick up a whole apple. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. I'm just, like, sitting on the corner of the bed, just... Well, go on.
Sure.
It's an important day, you have to have your strength up.
You don't have to stare.
No, I do. I need to gauge who you are.
Sure.
And I'm doing it through that apple. Show it who's boss. I'm fucking with you, I'm just kidding.
I will absolutely show this apple who's boss.
So, Jacob,
Sure.
today's a big day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need from us? How can we make this special for you?
I just need your willing cooperation, I guess.
Well, I cooperate to a point.
That's pretty much it. Your guests.
All right. Where should we be and when? You didn't actually... Naadía didn't give me any details.
Yeah, she's like that. Well, we're going to meet at Valarn's tonight at sundown,
Perfect. Can be there.
and I'm just going to be me all day.
Great. I don't really know how this works, so help me out. Are we supposed to bring gifts? Do we need to bring a dish?
Not unless you wanted to.
Good.
Jacob,
What's up?
what's your favorite color?
My favorite color. It's got to be yellow.
And do you know what Naadia's favorite color is?
Hers is pink.
I'm gonna go take a walk.
Subtle.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you later then.
Have fun.
You guys hear Aster heading out. They're not being terribly quiet in the other room, so you can probably hear most of this.
Well, Maul certainly can.
Yes.
Flex my ears real quick.
Occasionally somebody walks too loud.
Just Daredevil.
Daredevil, yeah.
Quit thinking so hard.
Okay, so you hear the sound of cowboy boots making their way out.
They're not cowboy boots.
Okay, I didn't do cowboy boots.
They're like, you know, your standard plain leather lace-up boots. They don't have like spurs or the
Not
pointed
yet.
toe or anything like that.
That's fair.
You're right, I need cowboy boots.
There's plenty of room for character development.
I need to hear like ching, ching, ching with every step. Imagine stealth rolls.
I don't use spurs.
Well, come on.
I'm just going to start getting dressed and eating an apple.
I'm picking up the platter.
Ting, ting.
What are you two up to?
I'm gonna. I'll probably be up a little before all this happens, just like reading the herb book a bit.
Okay.
Meditate.
Meditate? Okay.
I also would have like updated the two of them on everything the day before.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just in here like, what do you think everybody else is doing tonight?
Okay.
Well, my main concern is I don't think Balric's been there for any of this
None of
Jacob
it.
talk. So it would have been a whole. Who are you?
That would have been a thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't have shown you Jacob though. I'd just been like, this is what's gonna happen. Good night.
Have we seen Jacob yet at all?
Yeah. You were drunk.
Okay.
So you remember who looks adjacent to what you're gonna see.
No, I remember what Jacob looks like. 'Cause I'm supposed to kill him.
Okay. Alright, I'll just leave the room now.
Oh no.
Boy.
That's concerning.
Okay, so you guys eat some breakfast. You're heading out. You guys are just kind of hanging out in the morning for a bit. Okay. Would you choose?
The lake.
The lake. Okay. Heading out there, like kind of like first thing, just like up and then out to the lake. Okay. You get out. The sun's over the trees, so it's just kind of starting to glisten off the lake. You can see that like the water a little bit off. It's like there's like ripples in it, like something's been like in the water. Just like big little ripples, just kind of making their way across, making the water glisten a bit more. And just a bunch of flowers and flora and fauna.
I'm gonna specifically look for pink and yellow flowers.
Okay.
And some others to kind of fill it up.
Okay. Looking for like a bouquet. All right. Give me
Real pretty lake.
an investigation roll.
Okay, okay. 6.
6. Okay. You're
Could I argue advantage because I know what flowers like and I've been foraging through this area before?
I'll give you advantage.
I got you some poison ivy.
I just couldn't find the other flowers and I didn't want to come back and eat it.
The itch makes me feel good.
Oh no.
Here, I found these
Oh,
flowers. at
much
the
better.
florist.
18.
18. Okay. You're able to find something fairly quickly. You got a variety to it. You're kind of a bit surprised at like the variety of flowers out there. You're able to get 2 different pink ones and 3 different yellow ones.
Nice. And some like little white ones maybe to fill it out,
Definitely.
and maybe some like sort of greenery to bulk it up. And I'm gonna think for a second. Pull my pink hair bow and use it to tie it together.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna make my way to Mercutio.
Okay. Aster, what can I do for you today?
I need, if you have it, also how are you this morning?
Fantastic. Just had some coffee.
Oh, perfect. I've never had it, but I've heard it's great.
Do you want to try some?
Yes.
Well, it's technically espresso, but...
I'm sure it's fine.
He hands you like this, like a little tiny
I'm
cup.
sure it's black with like no sugar.
Oh
or
yeah, like
anything.
it's very just like... It smells very aromatic.
Did he say espresso?
Espresso. Just immediately cough.
Oh my
So,
god.
You get the taste for it.
I'm sure you're right.
What is it you need?
Do you have sort of nice-ish, maybe leather-bound blank books?
Yeah. Any particular color?
Pink.
And he goes in the back and you hear him rifling around.
Actually, do you have silver?
And he's like, yes. And he walks back out and like goes underneath and he's like, which size? And he's got like 3 different sizes in silver.
8 by 10.
Okay. Thick one or thin one?
Thin. How much?
Gold.
Okay. I will give him a gold.
Anything else?
Heard you're running for something in town.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pick up that magistrate position. Turns out that Orion guy is gonna run too, but I don't think he's got a chance. He doesn't have the charisma of Mercutio.
Or the campaign manager.
And Gideon's also put up a bunch of flyers around town, which I think is really helping too.
I did see those, yep. Well, I wish you luck. And
Hey. Did you hear Maul was running for sheriff?
I was there for it that night, wasn't I? Because I was the one that suggested it initially.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'd vote for him.
Yeah, me too.
Is he the only one running?
Last I heard, yeah.
All right, so Maul's sheriff. All right.
It's a done deal.
I didn't even see them on the list of people running, but I heard there's like a write-in campaign going.
If I knew anything about politics, which I don't, I'm sure write-ins are probably a thing, yeah.
Yeah. No. A couple people seemed a little bit intimidated. They just like random notes. But, I mean, it seemed very Maul.
What, like slid under their doors or some shit?
Yeah, there was a couple like tucked in like windows. Like it was. we did have a couple of complaints.
What have we done?
Not nefarious at all.
I'm so proud.
Truly.
Well, that's an interesting tidbit and excellent blackmail. Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You have wrapping paper.
I have wrapping paper over there in the bin.
Okay. Something extra, like, understated but real pretty like.
Find a good one.
Okay. Alright, do that.
Okay.
How much?
2 copper.
Oh, easy. Okay. I give him 2 copper.
Give him 45
No,
gold.
I give him a silver because I have 69 copper and I can't do that.
Oh my god.
More power
Commit
to
the
you.
bit, y'all.
Yeah.
That's for the commitment.
Thank you very much, Mercutio.
Thank you.
Can I do something while we're in our room?
Yeah, definitely.
Just chilling. So while meditating, just like. So there's a big ass earth elemental in the lake.
Mm.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He seemed nice.
Did you get his name?
No, he seemed to want to be left alone.
Maybe he'll want to talk to you more.
You two are like the odd couple in there. Seats lying in bed, tucked in. So what'd you do today? Oh, I'm an earth elemental.
Oh, that's cool.
Not as cool, but I met a falcon yesterday.
God.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I told him if he went after patches, I would kill him.
Yeah, there was a chittering. You hear chittering after Balric mentions the Falcon, and it definitely came through as I did not like that guy.
Very strong-handed of you.
Hush. As long as he doesn't do anything to you, and I won't let that happen.
Yeah.
Was it purely because he threatened you?
How fast he caught and ate that mouse.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like he even tried.
Yeah.
I didn't.
He's gonna start like making his crawling his way, and he's going to try to crawl up onto you without you noticing. But you definitely notice like as he gets onto your bed, he does like a hop and like he scurries on your mattress, and he just like tries to go still.
I would like to like assist him, but make it very plain that I'm just playing along with him.
Okay, so you're not actually going to assist.
Like, Maul, you should look up at me and not down on the floor where there's nothing to see.
Aha.
Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Pay no attention to the chittering coming up your bed.
And like you feel something crawl and like starting to like lean towards it, and like you can feel like the littlest bit of like squirrel breath like getting close to you.
Oh,
So
cute.
precious.
He just kind of stops.
Oh no, it seems you've been caught.
Snatch him. Mark!
You're in his domain. I
I
can't
have
do
you
anything.
now.
Wee!
I don't like this!
Oh,
Tell him I won't do it again. Tell him I won't do it again.
He's a flying squirrel, right?
he will
He's
be.
a flying squirrel.
There's just like a loud, like screeching noise that
And
you like,
squirrels vomit.
that you hear coming from the other room.
What are we, just in the other room? I'm sipping tea. What is
Okay,
that?
well that was not the best noise.
Well, I think he said he's gonna do it again.
I place him down.
Sorry, buddy.
He just kind of like sits down. He just kind of like points at you and chitters. He's like, "I'll get him."
I'm gonna point back at him.
That'll be the day. I got it done.
Well, that doesn't sound concerning at all.
Not my problem. It's not happening in this room.
Sure.
As you get back across town, Aster, you feel a bit warm and like just like extra chipper, like,
Oh.
and you feel like you're having a hard. You notice you're having a hard time like keeping your hands still.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
There's probably like a small like beat going on, and you're just kind of like.
Oh God, I could do so much right now.
Just expecting like a sudden betrayal.
I'm gonna go to the Lord's house.
Okay. You're gonna knock?
Yeah.
Is his house built yet?
Yeah, it's like just finished up. Like they probably finished like the shingles yesterday.
So fast.
Here.
It's
Calm,
Aster.
calm down. I'm coming.
It's Aster.
Yeah. Yes.
Good morning.
What's
Hi.
wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Just, hi. I have stuff for Jacob/Naadia's party tonight.
Slow down.
My heart feels like it's in my throat. Mercutio gave me espresso. I have stuff, and I'll hold up the. I need to wrap this real quick, but can I like hide these here since we're coming here later tonight anyway? Yeah?
Sure. Come in.
Cool. Alright. Go ahead.
Don't touch anything made of glass, please.
First of all, I'm not a child. Second, we haven't talked since like all that shit went down, and I'm really, really sorry about that. We should totally talk, but me is not important right now. Do you have a surface where I could wrap this real quick?
Here, the table right over there.
Okay. Do you have something that can make the paper stick together?
Twine.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna force myself to slow down and very methodically and carefully wrap it as perfectly and nicely as I can.
All right. Give me Your performance?
Do I have performance?
Yeah.
No.
That remains to be seen.
Then probably dexterity.
Okay. My dex is good. What one do I want to use? Skirt. Is that cocked? No, it's not cocked. This is an RP session. Ooh. 16.
Okay.
Mackenzie also had
job.
espresso.
I wish. I do
Yeah,
a good
well.
job?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I did good, boss.
I'm gonna. Where can I put these?
Just put it on. You can put them on the shelf over there.
I'm gonna put the wrapped journal down first. Then very carefully place the bouquet. Don't touch it. Please. Thank you.
All right. Is that all? I gotta get back to the chicken or the rabbit.
Yep. Wait. Pet rabbit or like food rabbit?
Food rabbit.
Do you want help? Is it for tonight or are you like making lunch for yourself?
It's for tonight. I think I'm going to do this one, but thank you.
Okay. All right. I am gonna go find something to do. I'll see you later.
Yes. Maybe go for a run.
Yeah,
That is
go do
an
laps.
excellent idea. Okay, bye. Just like quick walk out. Actually, we have horses. I'm gonna go take a horse
Okay.
and just go do stuff.
And she's gonna outrun it.
Yep.
Okay. So you proceed to go pet horses very vigorously.
Yeah.
Well, she'd probably run into me
Oh
because after I get dressed, I'm going to go downstairs and introduce myself to people, and then I'm probably going to go braid Mitchell's mane
yeah. Okay.
and give him a good
So yeah,
grooming.
you would probably getting back as you see Jacob heading out to the stable. You see Aster coming towards the inn, and she's just kind of like she's just all like swinging her arms, like very like.
Noodle arms. No, I'm just very peppy.
Hello there.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Hi.
You
Me?
are here
Certainly.
with Mitchell. Hi.
Yes.
I was actually about to do stuff. Do you want to go for a ride or something, or do you have to be like around here?
Sure, we can go for a ride.
Right. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm like very quickly get ready and stuff.
Surprising how fast she's able to get that horse ready.
I'm really sorry. Mercutio gave me espresso, and I feel like I'm never gonna drink it ever again.
No, that's totally fine.
It's not, but that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what do Maul and Ball get up to at this point?
I talked to a mouse yesterday.
And then I watched her get eaten by a falcon.
What time's the thing?
Would you would have updated? Right?
Yeah, I would have.
Sundown.
Yeah.
Sundown at Valarn's.
Yep.
That.
Could go talk to the Earth Elemental.
I don't think he wants us to bother him.
Or what if we like bring him something?
What do you bring an earth elemental who lives at the bottom of a lake?
An umbrella.
A really cool rock that he can put on himself.
Do earth elementals do that?
I don't know much about elementals.
I just know how to talk to them.
What do elementals even speak?
Primordial.
I don't think I know that one.
It's elementals. That's
Can
pretty
you
much it.
can you speak some? Are you actually talking primordial or you just fuck with me?
That's kind of how it is, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like for earth elementals, it's like rocks crashing.
Yeah, I know, but I can totally see Maul just fucking with me instead.
Oh. I mean, I didn't say anything. I was just kind of like, morning, afternoon, greeting card. Like, I don't know.
Greeting card? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I
Nice
don't,
catch too.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally only elementals, so.
So you want to go talk to him?
You seem like you really want to talk to him.
No? You want to?
Do you want to go talk to the Earth Elemental?
Okay.
Okay, let's go talk to the Earth Elemental.
Okay. Are you bringing anything with you? Patches. Okay.
That's it. Just patches.
Just patches.
I didn't bring clothes. Just
Damn.
So you start heading off
It's
that
not
way.
your birthday.
What are you up to, Gideon?
I have 2 plans for the day.
Okay.
One is to get together my outfit for the evening, which I'm going to take all of my finest clothing and just work on something that I really like with lots of drapery and flowing silks and stuff. But I'm also wanting to go to Villarn's fairly early.
Okay.
And, well, when I get there, I'll play.
Okay. You head out. You see Naadía and Aster just kind of making their way out.
see
on
Jacob.
horses. Jacob, and Aster just kind of clopping away on horses. Mitchell's got a little bit of a braid going on. Aster looks to be in a little bit of a hurry.
I know that look. She's done drugs.
It's speed.
You get over to Villarn's.
Tap, tap, tap.
It's open.
And I make an entrance. Villarn. Pleasure.
What do you need to get in?
It's not really about what I need, it's about what you need. Let me put it to you plainly, actually. I'll speak plainly. For the first time, I think ever, Maul would be so proud. I want to help.
Okay.
I want to help, whatever it means, get this thing ready for tonight. I don't really know what to do for a celebration like this. I know what to do for every other celebration under the sun, and this is entirely new to me. So the most I can do now is help. I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Promise to keep who she is a secret where it needs to be. And be her friend and be somebody that she can be herself.
That has only ever been my goal.
That's why she picked you to be part of her troop.
And that's why I'm here, Villarn. Because I recognize the honor that is. It means the world to me. And I want to show her that it does. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know Jacob well enough to get him a gift.
What would your people do to, celebrate something of significance?
My people are weird. Mostly a lot of partying with elderflower wine, which is always fun. We would carouse with the wood nymphs and get them out of the forest and make them dance with us.
No wood nymphs in here. No.
Okay, good to know. Good to know what the limit is. It's always important to have one.
No nymphs.
Well, something that my people often do is headdresses. Made of flowers and animals, bones, crystals, gems.
Then something from the heart.
Do you happen to have any nice raw crystals hanging around? Nothing particularly fancy, just pretty. I don't have much, but I'd be happy to compensate you.
Yeah. I'll be right back. And he goes in the back and he comes back with like this small bucket full of stones and some different crystals from around the area. Nothing super exciting, but whatever you need out of here.
Thank you.
And it's starting to smell kind of nice in here. He's definitely got into the cooking. Is there anything else you need?
Well, if he doesn't want my help and he's just going to give me that, I am going to go out into the woods and I am going to attempt to fashion the combination of bones and teeth that I have taken from the lizard folk in Hope, on top of any good crystals, gems, some feathers that I'm going to try and scavenge, just natural, beautiful plant products and stuff, and I want to make a really nice ritual style necklace piece.
Okay.
Something
Give
my people would do.
me... I think it's give me performance.
This is something I've done before in my tribe. Can I argue for advantage? Because this is something I've done before in my
Go
tribe.
for it.
Good, because that was an at 1. Much better. 24.
Okay. It kind of gets off to a rough start at first. The
Always
first
does.
couple of pieces, like you go to put it through a bone and you just like get it in a bad spot and you snap the first couple. But after a little bit, you're able to calm down. Probably the nerves of trying to do something good for Naadía getting to you a little bit, but you get settled in and it takes you a little bit longer than you planned, but you fashion something pretty nice.
Good. To package it up, I want to find the largest leaves I can,
Okay.
sort of wrap it in them, and then get a bit of my random fabric I have hanging around, and like make a parcel,
Okay.
so it's all pretty and decorative. And then I'm gonna put that in my bag.
Okay.
That'll be basically what I do for the day.
Okay. Get over to the beautiful crystal clear waters of the lake. And it's quiet, peaceful, lake's kinda just sitting there coasting along. Sunlight glittering off of it.
Is there anyone else here?
Like way off in the distance, you can see some people that look maybe sit down, maybe like having lunch or something like that. But like, they're probably a good like quarter mile or so off. Like Balric doesn't even notice them, but you're like, those aren't rocks, those are people.
Good.
Unless they're rock people.
I'm pretty sure he wants to just be left alone. So if he tells us to leave, we're done. Alright?
Okay.
No need to piss off something we don't know anything about.
That's what we do.
That's what we. Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah.
So you're gonna swim out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my coat off. I usually take the coat off at
Okay.
least when I go swim, so I'm hanging on like a tree branch.
Are you bringing patches with you?
When he takes the coat off, I'll kind of grab him and put him on the coat. Guard this with your life. I'll give him a wink.
He'll give you a salute,
Oh.
and he'll just sit down. Okay. So you two swim out. It doesn't take you long to find it. It's like close to the middle of the lake, and you make your way into water. You know where it is, and you're able to recognize that when you start going down, you just see like what looks to be like a big pile of rocks. And as it gets close, like it just kind of moves and just kind of like sits back and just kind of not necessarily a defensive position, but a position where its hands are. You've returned.
I have a nature-oriented friend who kind of just wanted to meet you.
Welcome, friend.
He said, welcome, friend.
Oh, hello. I'm Balric. What's your name?
Welcome greeting
This
card.
is Balric. He wants to know your name.
I am known as Umarama Uma.
Oh, him.
Uma Rama Uma.
Uma. Okay.
Uma Rama Uma.
Is there any chance we could talk to you? Not underwater.
Isn't that song from
Kind
Guardians
of.
of the Galaxy?
He stands up and starts making his way out of the water.
Oh,
what's-
that was.
What's happening?
I asked him if we could. I don't.
And
breathe
he's
water.
like walking like towards you at this point.
Yes, we're leaving the water.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you guys can talk underwater?
I'm kind of like.
If I at one point during this started running out of breath, I would wild shape into an octopus.
Would you?
Jeez.
So like
I just
near,
swim up and
near
down.
near the end of that conversation, Bark is an octopus.
I'm just gonna go to the shore.
And it's kind of a little bit freaky looking too, because there are definitely some like little bits of spines, like kind of down the tentacles. He's kind of a little bit of a scary octopus.
It'll be Maul's reaction just forever now. Now we just need you two.
Yeah.
So he comes out and he just kind of sits down in the sand. It's just like, and just like kind of sand just kind of like buffets out from him. You both get probably blasted with a little bit of sand. You hear Patches just kind of.
Oh.
Alright, I didn't think it would be that easy.
I didn't really have a plan here.
What does the Earth Child request?
He wants to know what we want.
I didn't think we would get this far.
We kind of just wanted to see what you were about.
The two non-talkers on a talking mission.
I just live here.
Are you hiding? Why underwater?
It's I got lost when I was young. I liked the cool water on me, and I was under the water, and then I was in this place with the bright sun, and
what was the other realm called?
Lamania?
Lamania?
Yeah.
You were from Lamania?
I come from the Twilight Forest.
Okay, so you switched planes by accident. He switched planes by accident and ended up here. So he's from the other lake.
Oh.
Do you know how to get back there?
How did we get back? Bees?
The bees would probably be the best way.
There's a weak point between realms near some bees nearby. That's how we got through the time we were there.
You can tell them where the champion of the Bee Queen and might be able to easily get through.
True. Wait, who is the champion?
We are.
Oh,
I think.
all of us?
I think
We helped
maybe me.
we helped the Bee Queen once. And so yeah, tell her their champion sent you. Cause I don't.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah.
Can I offer you some sort of repayment?
I don't know. I've never met an Earth Elemental that didn't attack me.
Do you require something for your deed?
No.
Very well. Then I thank you. I shall find these bees.
I'll give him directions.
Okay.
Take a left at the elm.
Yeah. Hopefully you get back to your bigger lake and don't fall through the other side next time.
Hopefully. I cannot leave without anything. And he just kind of like reaches into like one of the rock crevices and just kind of pulls out a large red stone and just kind of sets it down for your troubles.
Sure, thank you.
Gets up and walks away. And you hear Patches chitter. Bye, big one. And just but like you understand what he says, but it's not like normal Patches speak, and just kind of the elemental turns around and just kind of waves towards him and then walks away.
The mystery.
Pick up the redstone. So
Did he understand Patches?
Yes, yeah, I guess Then he would have understood Patches as well.
so I sent him to the bees. Why can't I hear Patches?
Hey, Patches. Can you speak primordial?
I can speak to them. Only the Earth ones, though.
How long have you been able to do that?
Forever?
Can you say some other words? Like like that to Maul?
It's tiring.
Just a couple. Just hold on. Sit.
Say greeting card.
What are you doing?
Ulrich would be on this much faster. Hold on.
It's a large uncut ruby.
Like this big?
It's not quite that. It's about the size of an apple.
Oh my god.
That's so fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll walk.
It's a growth.
I'll walk over towards Patches in the coat and grab him, put him on my shoulder, grab the coat. When we get over there, tell him, here's your coat.
You hear it in Patches' squeaky voice, but clearly in Earth Primordial. Here's your coat.
Shit-eating grin on my face.
Thanks.
Do you respond in common or primordial?
Primordial.
He just kind of nods his head at you.
Oh my god, you can talk to Patches.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I know how I feel about it.
Oh my god.
And you can see like Patches is like breathing a little bit heavy.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have had you do that.
Oh, you have any nuts?
Before he even asked for one, he's getting one.
Okay.
So yeah, now I put it like in like. So yeah. Good deed for however long it lasts. Let's go back.
You get probably like about 100 yards, and you hear, "What is that? Run!" And just like you see all those people kind of get off and just kind of like take off.
No.
It's like,
Oh, it is that way.
and he's just kind of like not even paying attention, but just like lumbering along. But yeah, there's like a 12-foot rock guy walking in that direction.
Yeah, that's fine. He's not gonna do anything to him.
Nope. Okay. So you guys heading back after that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Unless you want to forage.
Probably use more herbs. You want to help?
Sure.
Do you not want to help?
I don't. That's a flower.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out the herb book. You want to look for this one and this one.
Uh-huh.
Give me
Yep, those are plants.
survival rolls.
Here, I got you this
So-
poison ivy.
Clippity clop, clippity clop.
Clop,
Full
clop.
circle.
Clop, 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 clop.
Clip, clop, clip, clop.
You're enjoying a nice little walk on the horses around. Nice. Hear some birds.
Jacob's not afraid.
You Naadía hates when they do that.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Be a little loud.
Let him go first.
I got a 21.
I got a 7. And I'm gonna flavor it as I show them all the right flowers to look for, and the whole time I'm just like, I didn't know you could talk to earth elementals. That's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned it when I was,
I'm just talking to Patches.
Oh.
I mean, yours
Almost got
There it
Maul.
yours is really cool too.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
I just
That
love
close.
I just love this canon that Balric just doesn't know Maul's backstory in the slightest.
Okay. So you guys find a few herbs. You're enjoying your walk through the woods. I'm assuming you guys went south out of town, right? Okay.
I'm following Aster.
Wherever like the more safe, like sort of area would be.
Probably a little bit more south and north is when you start heading towards like lizard folk and the grung.
Yeah.
Okay. And just kind of just trotting along.
As we go along, I'd probably just ask Jacob about himself and whatever he'd feel. Right?
Yep.
Whatever he'd feel comfortable telling me.
Well, I'm really an open book. Just ask away, I guess.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. I'll write this down in my head.
I should also write this down so I don't forget.
In my head.
What is your favorite time of day?
That moment in a sunset, and every now and then you see just the faintest bit of green.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, actually.
You really have to watch.
I will next time. Do you like certain foods?
Sure, partial to vegetables, I suppose. My favorite food is beef Wellington after a long day's work.
What do you do for work?
Really, whatever gets me by.
Okay. What about stuff like working in an orchard or something?
Sure, that sounds good.
That's what my family does.
I know.
Do you obviously know everything.
Sure, yeah. It's a little bit of a strange dynamic, huh?
Not. I should say yes, but I feel like it kind of just makes sense.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
I like that. Cool.
As you two are walking, you do notice a little bit south of town, a small camp containing 4 hobgoblins, maybe a quarter mile outside of town, off to the side of the road. Kind of a banner in the middle of the camp.
Do I recognize the banner at all?
Nothing that's overly familiar now.
Me either.
You can give me a history roll.
Okay. History. Ooh, 17.
17. You can't totally place it, but you think it might be one of the clans a bit to the east of Breland, the west of here. It would be I think one of the clans from Dargoon.
Dargoon?
I'm going to take out a notebook and just do a quick rough sketch.
Okay.
Did Hadra ever tell us about the clan she was from?
She may have mentioned. I believe she probably would have mentioned that she is originally from Dargoon.
She would have mentioned that?
I think she did.
Okay.
But she probably wouldn't have mentioned much about her clan itself, but more just like the location. I think it was just kind of like a passing mention.
Do you feel comfortable going any further, or you want to kind of leave them alone?
It's probably wise to leave them alone.
Okay.
Bring this to Hadra, see what she thinks.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Okay.
Suppose we'll make our way back.
Make your way back? Okay. You get back and it's probably about, midday at this point when you get back. You just putting up the horses, then heading over to Harbor's.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Real quick. Are
Imagine,
you okay with that?
yeah, I'm fine with that. I imagine you're going to have to do most of the talking, though.
That's fine if you need me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm not used to
you
that.
get over there and she's just kind of hammering away. She looks up at her and
This is Jacob.
Hi. Henrik Abernathy Jacob, at your service.
a pleasure to meet you. She offers her hand out.
Jacob and I were out for a ride, and we went south of Hope and saw a hobgoblin camp just off the road with a banner from I think it was Dargoon.
I'll show her the drawing.
Okay. She, Oh. Yeah, they're from Dargoon.
Excuse me for saying, but didn't you say you were from there? Did you? When we first met?
May have mentioned it. Yeah.
Do you want us to go, like, let them know you're here, or no?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
But thank you for letting me know.
Figured it was maybe important, but alright.
She's like, alright, well,
I'll be back tomorrow, unless is tomorrow the festival?
no, tomorrow, the festival for a couple days after that.
I'll be back in the morning.
Okay. And she goes back. Do either of you speak Goblin?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And you have no idea what she says after you leave. Any other big plans for anybody? You're making headdress. You've got your package all done.
Talk to Mercutio.
You going with them?
Sure.
Maul.
Shopping.
Ulrich. What can I do for you?
So I found this in the mud down by the lake.
Lucky find.
No.
The mud.
Yeah, you picked
Deep
it up
in,
right out
deep
of the
in
mud.
the mud.
Yeah. Is there a follow-up question?
Yeah, appraise it. You know.
That's not a question.
Well. With the size of it, you're probably going to get at least 100 gold. But it's kind of rough.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can cut whatever you want out of it. Not particularly you. I don't know if you follow that trade, but
How about this? I see what I can do. You give me 20%?
sure.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
And he pulls out a piece of paper and hands you and it's just like a little thing, one uncut ruby, roughly apple size.
Uh-huh. In case I forget.
You know, I can only hope.
That's fair.
I haven't seen him forget about anything.
Yeah, I had that feeling. You guys need anything else?
That's pretty much it. I figured you're the best man to go to for pretty much anything, so.
You got that right, Mo. That's why you should meet the magistrate.
Of course.
What about you?
What about me?
Okay. Play it quiet. That's fine.
Alright.
He's just gonna start heading towards the back room. You guys have a good day.
You too.
Mercutio, what are you expecting? I want to go talk to Hedge real quick.
Alright. I'll go with.
As you're heading out, there's kind of one of the other miners you've seen around. He's like, he just kind of looks at you and just kind of gives you a thumbs up and walks in.
Have we? No, never mind.
Okay. So we'll probably fast forward towards the evening time. Unless you had something more that you wanted to do.
Yeah, with Hadra.
Okay.
You go over there, head in the shop quick.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, Hadra.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, and you're like, she kind of. Are you with him?
Yeah.
Okay. So between the two of you, you both notice she kind of, when she says that, she kind of looks over towards the forge, and you can see there's a broken sword. Like it looks like she was forging it, and it like cracked. And she's like, I've had more productive days. Can I?
What's wrong?
Family issues. Nothing to worry about.
beat someone up?
If need be, I'll let you know, buddy.
Okay.
What can I do for you gentlemen today?
I have kind of a special project I'd like to pick your brain about.
Okay.
I'll pull out the axes. These were my mother's.
Okay.
I'll pull out the quarterstaff. And, you know, my father helped me carve this. Is there any way you could kind of bring them together?
Do you want me to, like, replace the handles?
I was thinking more in the original visage of the staff.
I may be able to, yeah. I'm not going to be able to save the handles if I do.
I understand. How long do you think that would take?
I could probably have it done for you in the next couple of days.
Okay. I don't want to sideline you from the other projects you have going on.
No, it's I'll filter it in. I'll take them and I'll let you know when it's done.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna have to sit down and this is kind of a new one, so before I get started, I'll get to you on price.
Okay. Not that I'm not questioning your skill in any way, shape, or form. I know you're very capable, but all of these mean a great deal to me. So if you could take some extra care, I would appreciate it.
I will care for them as if they were my very own.
Thank you, Hodge.
No problem. How's the knife?
Haven't got a chance to use it yet.
Sure, you got a chance.
Oh no, wait. I did fuck with somebody already. That was pretty good. Dartboard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It comes back. So
Yeah. Just be careful when it comes back, you know. Cut somebody. Sometimes you need to.
yeah, I mean, two for the price of one. Why not?
No big deal to me. All right, gentlemen. I'm gonna get back to it. Restart on that sword.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And remember, if you need me to beat up someone.
She just kind of like pats you on the shoulder and like kind of, you definitely feel yourself rock a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still sore too. So.
Okay.
Good to see you, Audra.
You too.
Have a pleasant day.
I'll try. All right. So the sun begins to set on the town of Hope.
Did we agree that Leander would meet us there?
Yeah, he would probably say that he would meet you like everybody else.
Okay. I'm gonna do my rounds and summon people.
Okay. Do you want to, like, you're basically going to track them down after you're back and everything?
Yeah.
So, Jacob finds you as you guys are coming back from Hadris.
Hello. Hi. I believe we've had the pleasure.
Right.
You and I. I'm Jacob, Henrik Abernathy Jacob.
I'm gonna need to see the handkerchief.
It's always right here, bud.
Okay. I just want to.
It's not lilac.
It is.
Oh god.
I thought the directions were to kill the one with the lilac handkerchief.
Without the lilac handkerchief.
Without it.
Yes.
Am I there?
You're a little intoxicated.
Probably as they're getting all back
It was.
together, yeah.
So I'm gonna need to take a look at you real quick.
Go for it. I've done that exercise before. Acting.
Kenzie literally just went to like reach for her gun that she doesn't have.
Nice.
Maul does not get like that down.
It would be a pleasure if the two of you could accompany me tonight.
Of course.
Excellent.
Just adjusting my notes. No handkerchief.
I wanna put my hand behind my back and summon a lilac
Okay.
with Druidcraft.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you. That was wonderful. I'll put it right next to its brethren.
Is this a gift kind of thing? I'm not the best at that.
No, it's really doesn't need to be.
All right.
I'm not there.
You need a small favor. Let me know.
Sure.
Here you go. It's another lilac.
Wonderful. I'll have a whole bouquet soon. Have you seen Gideon?
No.
Well, that fucker.
I
I like Jake.
would have been up in my room getting ready.
Yeah.
Make up all the bells and whistles, totally looking top notch. Before I come down the stairs, holding aloft my skirt. Oh. Jacob,
Gideon?
how was your day?
It was relaxing.
Good, good.
I see you're glamorous as always.
I have to be. I have to make an impression, you know? Sometimes you just have to get noticed.
Sure.
But I don't want to steal your thunder, so if you want me to tone it down, I can, like, maybe tone down something.
If anything, I would love if you just brightened up more. Be your absolute self.
You got it. I'm gonna make my clothing aquamarine and very bright.
Perfect.
Always looking the part.
Blue flower.
Oh! You don't know how accurate this is. You don't understand the meaning to this, but I'm so glad you did this. I'm fucking with you. It's very much appreciated. I love it.
He used to call me Blue Roses.
Purple flower.
So are you gonna head over there a little bit before everybody?
Thank you, Bart.
Yeah, yes, I think I will.
All right. So you get over there and Valorn opens the door. Jacob.
Falarn.
And you see that something on his face. Seem to have got something on me. Do you by any chance have a handkerchief?
Oh, always. And I'm.
Beautiful color.
Thank you.
And now it's
Was
Celine.
my mother's.
Come on in.
Thank you.
And he closes the door, and like as the door closes, you just see like the last bit of sun just kind of like fade from the fade through the windows, and it hits sundown like just as the door closes. Are you ready? This is if you don't want to go through with this, you can leave now.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
All right. I'll go sit at the table while you change your attire. He heads off towards the kitchen.
Oh, what am I supposed to do now?
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so he's going to just sit down, close his eyes, and try to drop as much as he can.
Okay. You kind of sit there and focus on it. All of you kind of hanging out outside, I'm guessing, or starting to head this way. See Leander coming across, moving kind of a decent clip. He's got a small package under his arm and making his way towards Valarn's house. Wave at all of you. You're ready for a good evening.
I'm always ready for a good evening.
That goes without saying to you.
But to be honest, I've never been less ready for one.
You and me both, my friend. And
It'll be great.
pulled out a small flask. Anybody?
Yes, please.
Anybody else?
No, it's not.
He tucks it back into his thing and he'll knock on the door, and you kind of feel your form just kind of shift down. You open your eyes and you can see the tattoos on your arm, and they kind of you swear you see him almost start to move for a second,
Just for a split second.
and then there's just another knock at the door. Let in. Maybe time to let in your guests.
I'll open the door.
And Naadía,
Hello.
pleasure to meet you. And he walks in, and this humble traveler thanks you for your invitation. And he goes and he sits down at the table. And then you guys kind of all.
I'm gonna take a leaf out of his book. Naadía, it is a pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
You look great.
Thank you.
Just give her a little, or give them a little pat, and then go sit down.
Okay.
Sorry, is this Naadía or Jacob?
Naadía.
Okay.
It's like with like the tattoos and everything. Like probably. I don't know if no, because that probably one of the few times you've actually seen Naadía all the way like this.
Yeah. Is there a present time, or can I got you presents.
Oh.
Does it have to wait? Can I do it now?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Food's almost ready.
Go get it off the shelf.
Oh my goodness.
And first, flowers in yours and Jacob's favorite colors.
Thank you.
With my pink bow, cause I don't know what felt right.
Thank you.
And then I'll give you the package.
I will open the package.
The very nice silver leather journal.
When I turned 16, my mama gave me a journal, and it wasn't silver, but one of the things that she taught me is that people view silver to be a mirror to the soul, and it helps us see ourselves as others see us. So if you want to use that to help you find more parts of yourself along the way.
I'll just give her a hug.
I hope you like it.
I love it. Thank you. Oh. Is everyone in?
Unless you've invited anyone else we don't know about.
Nope.
Then we're all here.
Okay.
Okay. Eberron comes in shortly after that. He starts bringing in food and setting it down. Thank you all for coming this evening. A important time in a young changeling's life. Today, Naadía decides whether she will follow the ways and begin her troop. And he goes to everything down and he's, "You're sure you want to do this?"
I am certain. Are you all sure?
Absolutely.
I have never been more sure of anything in my entire life.
Well,
I don't know what any of this is, but if you gotta do it, do it.
This is one of the few times I've wholeheartedly agreed with Gideon.
We're bonding.
Don't ruin it.
Okay.
And Ballard starts setting down dishes. Everybody other than you gets rabbit. And then there's some, potatoes, some yams, bunch of tubers for the most part.
Man, I thought you said tubers. Tubers.
And he's for our people, communal meals are a big deal. So feel free to dig in and enjoy the food and the hospitality of my home as we welcome this child to adulthood. And, let everybody eat and just kind of make small talk for the first little bit. He goes and he grabs a bottle of wine and pops it open and pours everybody a glass. So, I guess we begin. Naadía, you are one of the people. Oh, actually, can you do?
Should we hold hands?
If you want to.
I'm not
You
really sweaty. Okay, that's fine.
have shown your talent and skill, and you have been able to read the writings of our people. And it is tradition that when you reach the age and the mirage becomes apparent to you, that it is time for you to prepare your face and take others in the name of the truth. We follow the way of Jess. Jess walked 1,000 paths and had 10,000 faces. But she started with 3, just like you and I. In all her travels, many mysteries she unraveled. She caught the eye of one who will never die. In her book it is written that when a child sees the mirage, they are ready to hold the troop's faces, to uphold the code of the cloaks. They are the troop, and only the troop may see their face. Our people have long run into many troubles. From this day, from this moment, if you choose to stay with this face that you show is yours, and it is only to the people in this room to see it. Of course, until someday you maybe find one that you wish to spend your life with, and then that is something a bit different. But this here is your troop. They will keep you safe and keep the secrets of your face safe, and you will keep their secrets safe. It is not something to be taken lightly or to be undone. This is for life, till death, till all your faces die. Naadía, do you still wish to follow the way?
Yes.
Well, then I welcome you. And it is tradition that the parents speak at this point. And I believe Leander is the one you wish to speak as your father.
Yes.
He just kind of sits back down, and Leander gets up and kind of rubs his hands and when I found you, child, this was a very special day for me. It made me confident that she still watches over me from wherever she is. That the traveler is with her, is with you. It is said that during Jess's many lives that there was a time where she lost herself. She had no name. So, worry not. You will find it. give you an important gift today. Picked up the package and he handed it over. It was my wife. We walked on the many moons. I think she was taken too soon, but I hope that with this, I can make her last wish proud. I offer you this cloak with its many patches. May it keep your face shaded and dry. May it aid in any lie. Green as the grass and blue as the sky. May it hide you from all but the most divine's eyes. And it just kind of slides the package across to you. Welcome, child. Open it. And it's a well-worn but beautifully kept cloak. There's some patches where, some seams maybe had ripped at points, but put together very lovingly. The patches just seem to kind of, even though they're a very different fabric, they feel like they're meant to be there. And you just pick it up and it's smooth and warm and just kind of one of those cloaks that when you go to put it on, you know that it's going to be there. It was yours. Oh, it was hers. I dare not wear it.
Thank you. Truly.
You're welcome. You are most welcome, and may it did you all the good that it did her. All of you here, I ask you now to look upon not this girl, but this woman. A member of the troop, a guardian of the faces. May she cause much chaos and go many places. And just shatters just takes the wine glass and just shatters it on the table. And you catch the briefest kind of surprise in Valarn's eyes, but he immediately just kind of stands up and follows suit and just breaks his wine glass and just sends
I got it. I'm coming.
everything all over the table.
Oh, man.
Do the same.
Well, for dessert and drinks, and he just reaches, Valarn comes over and just gives you a big hug. Welcome, child. Come.
Thank you.
And the two of you hear very quietly as Valarn gets that close and just kind of, as he turns away, we will talk later. And it's clear he's talking to Leander. And he goes and he pulls out more drinks and just starts filling glasses and all sorts of revelry. So, well, you are one of us now. You did well, and as the kind of relief starts to kind of wash over you. All of you see as the paint tattoos on Naadia's arm just kind of slowly kind of start to move, and as they get to her hand, they just kind of fade and new ones come down, and it almost looks as if they're moving up and down her arm.
Neat trick.
And
that's amazing.
My tattoos don't do that.
Sadly, they won't. I have a feeling this is something that will only happen for Naadía.
And then for the briefest instant, you just there's a flash, and it only lasts an instant. And you can smell burning and some noise in the background, and you hear, "Child, hide." And you see kind of like coming out of from behind whatever you're hidden behind a reddish dark light, and you hear just a voice just kind of pushing out through your mind. I will find you all. And you hear just a faintly familiar voice say, stay. When I tell you, run. And you hear a bit of a scuffle. You hear just kind of this shriek and run. And you can't even, it's almost like you're watching through the eyes, and there's just running and through the woods, and there's yelling behind you, and you stumble, and just as it ends, you kind of look off in the distance, and you see just this lonely figure just kind of making his way down a road, covered, and you dart towards it, and kind of everything just kind of comes back to where you are.
Naadía, are you alright?
Yeah.
A little overwhelmed from the day?
Yeah.
Hey, no frowning. Day to celebrate.
Yes.
Let me distract you further. I have a gift for you.
A gift?
Well, yes, sometimes I'm capable of generosity.
Oh, so, yes.
I come from a tribe that's very spiritual, very powerful, led by a shaman. And we take certain milestones very seriously, and so I recognize that this is a huge honor, being here with you today. It's so important to me. And I don't want to get worked up now, but when we come of age, we're given our name. Because we don't have one. Furbolgs don't have a name when they're born. Because your name is chosen depending on who you are and sort of what you look like. My true name is not Gideon Wildflower. It is Blooming Kala Lily. So, as the to-be head shaman of my tribe, I have a gift for you. I'm going to take out the necklace. As we age, as we learn, as we develop, we gather totems and trinkets and little bits and bobs. And we turn it into a work of art that we wear. Now, I don't have these items from your childhood, sadly. But I have this. Scrounged and put together just as we've been scrounging and putting together our own lives. This is for you. And I want to welcome you into my family and give you a name I will always know you by. Whether you're Jeshua, whether you're Jacob, whether you're Naadía, you will always be my mischievous Odessa Lily. I love you, Naadía. You are my family. And no matter what face you have, you always will be.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We'll open it. It's weird and pretty, and I hope you like it.
it's perfect. Gideon, it's perfect.
It'll look good on you. Now, can I have another drink, please?
Of course.
Before I'm wetter than this table.
And Leander's just kind of sitting there through the whole thing, just like, you see like the tears coming down and just kind of the big smile on his face.
Well, party time. Let's dance. I'm going to take out an instrument.
Cheers instead of slamming these down this
Yes,
time.
yes.
I'm going to drink. I'm going to get out an instrument and just start playing a nice tune. And enjoy the night.
I will watch people be happy and playing. I'll take out my bugle and just like pick some complimentary tunes and just think about what I just saw and what I've just experienced.
Okay. the night goes on for a bit, and everybody getting probably gets a little bit toasty, has a good time. Lauren will, towards the end of the evening, well, it is nice to have all had you here, and to me and Cyril, I have more things to tell you as things go on, but for now, that face is yours, and I hope it does you well, and I am proud to be part of your family.
And are yours?
Maybe find the rest of our people someday.
I would love that.
Well, I guess I shall see you all out. I have a bit of cleaning to do.
I'm just gonna start. Wine stain's gone.
I guess that's one way of doing it too.
My gift too. I'm only mildly hammered.
Leander, if I could speak with you for a moment. It's like, yes. Let me just see everyone out. Child, I have waited for this day for many years. I'm glad you got the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Sorry that I couldn't do it for you.
It's okay.
And just kind of rubs your hair and kisses your forehead. Get some sleep. You have much life ahead of you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, and thank you for such a wonderful party.
And the door will close. And yeah.
After party at the tavern,
Yeah.
if you're up for it.
So is this like coming of age, like actually? Are you a kid?
I couldn't tell you.
Sounds good to me.
Pretty sure I'm an adult. Pretty sure.
Well,
As
you're
adult
plenty
as I
grown
can
up,
be.
as far as I can tell.
As soon as I stepped out of the door, the real tattoos are gone and like fake dinky ones are there.
Fake whatever.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, party
Yeah?
over there.
Sure.
It's good you coming, everybody coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, we walking or we just standing here?
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, right. I'll lead on then, shall I?
One more from all.
Oh man.
Jesus.
That's what you get for having a 22 passive perception.
Yeah, how dare you?
Is Mercutio still open?
Usually not this
Okay,
late now.
that's fine. That's fine.
Does he live where he works?
Upstairs.
It's good to know.
We
Not
could
bad.
knock on his
Oh.
door.
Oh.
What's up?
Okay.
Look at your phone.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at my phone.
So, can I make eye contact with him?
With Leander?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick like.
And just there's kind of a little bit of resignation and just probably a hint of shame.
Hmm.
And he just kind of walks off.
All right. After party.
Yeah?
Do you want to see if Mercutio wants to join?
Let's do it.
Okay. Go knock on Mercutio's door.
Mercutio!
And you see shadow kind of move in the candlelight. What are you doing?
We're having a party. Come join us right now.
He can hear me singing in the distance as I'm walking towards the tavern.
It's a very big evening for Naadía. Come on.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Close.
Bring your big hat.
You see the light go out, and then he comes down and heads out. And you make your way over to the inn. Have a good night of drinking, and you there's just kind of this feeling that it's just kind of pervasive. Maybe it's like when you almost like when you first found Leander, like just that sense that maybe I found my place.
Yeah.
And when you get into the inn, you actually see a few people from the old troop, and they're just kind of in there drinking, and they see you and wave and look to be happy to see good old Naadía, and Shad will come over and offer you a drink. Charles's mom is in there. Yeah, a good old time throughout the evening, and probably stay up a bit late, and you all eventually retire. And you go to sleep that evening, and you all, after you fall asleep, you feel yourself just kind of wake a bit, and your eyes open, and you can see each other, and this faint kind of rubyish light in the distance, just kind of, two of them just kind of blink on, and then a couple more blink on, and there's just kind of and you wake up the next morning, and that's when we'll pick up next week.
The fuck? I mean, yeah, cool.
What the fuck is that? We all see each other?
Yeah.
Like through our eyes, or like
Like
out of body experience?
you kind of you're it's almost like you're awake and kind of in just kind of this empty expanse for a moment, and it looks like almost like eyes, and then just a few more eyes.
What the?
Just kind of appear, and there's just kind of a.
Can I reach for a weapon?
Yeah, you probably reach, but as it happens, it's kind of like that. Like you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I'm in a dream, and then you're just kind of awake, and it's
Still
morning.
with a weapon.
Yeah, your hand's probably reaching for where your spear is as you awaken.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, that happened.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. What a banger of a session to come back to after 3
Great
weeks off. Holy
session.
shit. Ugh. Mischievous Odessa Lily. Oh my god, my heart broke.
Yeah.
Wow, that was real good.
Thanks.
This is really great. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks for hanging out.
Check out our socials at Heretical Heroes.
We'll be back next week. Everybody's getting an inspiration for a fantastic job tonight.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Hand about
See
next
you all
week.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
Ladies,
Stay awesome.
Be good.